Okay, okay, we're here. I think everything works now. Jesus. Okay, so first things first. I'm a bit early. I'm watching the stream as well, just to check that nothing goes horribly wrong. But first things first, I would like to know if anything's up with the audio. I've deliberately turned my own headphones down so that the audio doesn't bleed, like into the microphone. But I want to know, like, how's the game BGM versus my voice? Is everything fine? Because if so, then I'm probably just gonna get started. Okay, that's great. Audio's quiet. Okay, audio's quiet. Good, because I turned it down quite a bit. So let me just... okay, now I adjusted it a bit. Is that better? Is that too high? No, like, if you think the audio is pretty low, then I'll just adjust it. It's fine. I'd rather do that because the game is voiced, so if you can't hear what people are saying, it's gonna be a little bit... but it is a mostly speaking game, so... yeah. I just kind of, like, raised it a little bit. Like, the game itself is on full volume, I've just kind of bumped it down. Okay, good, okay. Great, alright. I think I'll just try to get started then. As I also said in Discord, or for anyone else who I linked this to, the game is pretty much fully voiced, except for the main character, so I'll be voicing him. It's the guy in the picture here. And it's a very short game. It'll probably only take... I think if I'm playing by myself, it might take like an hour or two. I'm aiming to play the full thing today. It has more than one ending, so I'm gonna try to do that as best as I can. We're probably gonna have to go back after getting an ending and stuff. So, yes. Hello, Sony! I think I'm just gonna get started. And I hope everything will go as it shall. Alrighty. Whoever said that your life flashes before your eyes when you die should be shot. Then maybe he'd see what it's really like. When you die, there are only two things. The first is a sudden and terrifying realization that you are dying. The second thing is the final wish. As a person dies, there's always one last thing they wish they could do before they pass on. Sometimes it's as simple as wanting to say goodbye to a loved one, but usually it's a wish full of pain and regret. It's a wish for a life lived better, an angry word taken back, or a promise kept. A wish that will never be granted. Yeah, death sucks. Every single time. But I've experienced so many, I'm kinda numb to the whole thing by now. That's not to say I'm comfortable with it all. I'm just used to it. After all, experiencing death is the story of my life. Yes, he's a bit of... Oh, sorry, this is the opening. He's a bit of an edge lord. If you couldn't tell from, like... Just from his outfit, but... I'm just gonna let the opening play.
Our song glides the wind, the words echo, falling on deaf ears. The translation is lost and a deep void remains. The song is a mystery.
Oh, gee. Something happened. Sorry, here we go.
But still no resolution.
Our voices call out to you. No one who unveils the truth. No one who senses our plight.
Worlds are unrest within sight.
The Band-Aid. I mean, that's quite the eyebrow. Alright, so that was the opening. As you can see, it's a quite limited cast to start with, which makes sense. Not too many people. So yeah, we have a bit of like mixture of, what can you say, like names and stuff, like some different nationalities. And this is an old game. It's a small production, so yeah, like I get that like maybe the quality isn't you know, like above and beyond, but I really do love this game. So yeah, just wanted to say that before I get started. Yeah, it's very indie. All right, time to get back. ... All right, where am I? I blink slowly, trying to get my bearings. This place doesn't look familiar. It looks like a Starbucks to me. I don't know, man. Then again, it's been 3 years since anything has looked familiar to me. I yawn as my mind slowly clears. Jesus. The room I'm in is filled with the scent of freshly ground coffee. I hear something. A machine. Steam? Right. I'm in a coffee shop in some city called Edgewater. Very fitting for his personality, isn't it? It's my second day in the city. Judging from the empty cup on the table in front of me, I stopped here for a coffee because I was getting sleepy, and then I fell asleep. Typical. I guess even a triple shot mocha latte isn't enough to keep me up these days. We have an addict over here, I think. I wonder if I should get another one. Why not? I don't think that's a good idea, but okay. I head over to the counter. No one else is in line since it's still afternoon. So he went there at like noon and got a coffee and then fell asleep. Like, talk about a life. The girl at the counter grins as soon as she sees me.
Did you have a nice nap?
So as you can see, voices. So here we got what I assume is the barista. I mean, yeah. You saw me?
Don't worry, you weren't snoring or anything. But I'd wipe that drool off your face if I were you.
Oh, Koga, hello! Hello! Damn, so many people in Frosty, I see you there above. Hello. What?
I'm kidding. You're fine.
Alright, we have a bit of a charming one here. She laughs and winks at me. Okay.
So, what can I get for you?
Oh no. This doesn't forebode well.
Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah.
You look like you want to hurl.
Why am I feeling this now? There shouldn't be any reason.
Hey, if you're not feeling well, the bathrooms are down that hallway.
Something's gonna happen, music is running. Yeah, thanks. I grab the counter for support and stumble off in the direction she's pointing. My head is hurting even more now. If I'm feeling this sick, it can only mean one thing. That you had too much coffee, perhaps? Someone has died. Oh, the voices. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn up the game a bit, and then I'm gonna turn down the music. Maybe. I'll just give me a sec here. So I'll turn up the game there, and then we'll do the options, and we'll turn, because I do think that the sound and music is a bit... There we go. Let's just try this. And you can always, like, I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. Let's hope that this works. Okay, so someone has died. So, for whatever reason, as we also kind of, like, heard in the beginning, he has some kind of relation to people who die. Okay. Hello, Oscar! It's fine. Hello. As I walk down the hallway, I see the door to the women's bathroom is wide open. You're kidding. Damn it. Yeah, like, so he's basically able to sense when there are dead bodies in the vicinity, I suppose. So that means that when he got that feeling, she was killed, I suppose. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, like what is the range? Is it like a Bluetooth of dead people? Like, and I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. let's just keep going. I wish this were a joke, but the incessant throbbing in my head tells me otherwise. Lying on the tile floor of the women's bathroom is the corpse of a woman. I enter the restroom, gagging at the smell of the restroom's flowery perfume and disinfectant. Alright. Let's just do a quick save. Why am I... Let's just... Okay, there we go. I don't know why I was on save 130, but whatever. So, what are we gonna do? Alright. The knife sticking out of her chest doesn't make me terribly optimistic about what I'm about to do next. Alright. I hope she died quickly. Otherwise, this is going to wind up being very unpleasant. ... I glance around quickly to make sure no one is looking before I reach forward and touch her arm. I brace myself for the sudden pain in my chest, but it never comes. I can't breathe. I try to open my mouth, but it refuses to open. Something's on my face. I want to tear it away, but someone is holding me down. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I only wish that... As I open my eyes, I instinctively gasp for air. I know I wasn't actually suffocating, but it's still a reflex. Huh. Oh, hello, Momo. Hello. Sorry. I just wanted to get through that part. And I don't know, maybe you have like... Okay, so... That was interesting. My brain always remembers the pain of every death I experience, even though none of them are mine. I'm suddenly aware of someone staring at me from the hallway. Oh no.
What did you do?
We got caught touching a dead body. God damn it. That isn't great. A woman is standing behind me, staring in horror at the dead body lying on the restroom floor. I didn't... Wait! Damn it. That isn't good. I sigh and hang my head. This isn't going to end well. Then again, it never does. Does he just like do this on like... It sounds like he's like constantly in contact with dead people and like touching them and getting mistook for the murderer. Like is this... Sounds like quite a life.
Hey, kid, move away from the body.
Alright. Dude number 2. Okay, character number 2. Introduction. A man strides briskly down the hallway towards me. His voice and demeanor are sharp, fluid, and commanding. Some kind of authority figure, perhaps? Even without the uniform, it's obvious he's some sort of man of the law. Considering what he's wearing, I'd guess police officer. I mean, he does have that police officer-esque shirt about him. Sorry, officer. I promise I didn't move anything. He looks surprised.
Officer?
Red is... Oh, you're not? Sorry. My dad was a police officer, and you look kinda like him. I mean, you carry yourself the same way. Okay, so... His... dad was... I mean, does that mean his dad isn't around anymore or something? I don't know. But... maybe that's why he knows so much about dead people. I don't... Who knows?
Your dad was an officer? Which precinct?
Captain Corpse Toucher. That's a good one. He sounds skeptical. I guess I can't blame him. I don't remember. It was a while back when we still lived in Los Angeles. Okay, so... This isn't Los Angeles. Well, it's Edgewater, I know. Okay. He raises a knowing eyebrow as if he's just caught me in a lie, but he doesn't comment on it. I think we got off the wrong foot with this guy. Only cops wear blue shirt. Okay, that's not what I mean. I was referring to like the stars on his lapel. Is that like something that normal people do? I haven't... Like, that just screams police officer to me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But okay.
I see. Well, why don't you come with me?
Oh, we're so getting arrested. Sure. I wouldn't do that if I were you, coffee boy. It's fine. I followed the officer back into the main area of the shop. The woman who first saw me is standing by one of the tables looking shaken. I do not think she likes us very much. The only other people in the shop are the girl who works here and a guy who looks like he's in college. With a very nice little hat going on. Yeah, we're just like bad impressions left and right. Like, we wake up and the barista has been looking at us sleeping after like downing a triple shot, and then next thing we know, a woman sees us touching a dead girl, and now a policeman is suspecting us. This isn't great, but let's just arrest me, police. Stop. Oh my god. Alright.
Excuse me, everyone. I'd like your attention for a moment.
Okie dokie.
I'm Detective Mikolai Gursky.
Mikolai Gursky. Right. It's Detective Gursky. Hello. I do like his voice actor, actually. A lot. The detective pauses for a moment. I don't know why that trips me up. The detective pauses for a moment. It looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully.
Unfortunately, a dead body has just been discovered on this premises.
Glasses McCat hoodie boy. Me too. I like him too.
What? But how? I mean, who?
That's a good question. Doesn't seem to be a talker.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the situation yet. Because of this, I'm going to have to ask you all to stay here until the police come.
God damn it, guys. Your first Momo, wow. Act surprised. Like, is this here where I'm like the surprised Pikachu face? Like, oh my god, Momo is thirsty? Alright.
Until they come. You mean the police aren't here yet? What about you?
His VA is... I like his VA a lot. I actually went and researched what other roles he had did, because I really like him. I don't know, I just like College Boy, okay?
I'm technically not on duty right now, I just happen to be here.
Alright, so he's off the clock and ran into a dead body. Sounds like a great day at work for Detective Gursky over here. What is the angry lady?
I see.
I mean, if you look at it from a completely like logical standpoint, I mean, okay, like if you're gonna murder someone, then you probably wouldn't worry too much about rules. But if you think about it, she was found in the women's bathroom, so I mean, you can argue to an extent that that might mean that it's more likely that a woman killed her. But I mean, again, if you're gonna kill someone, are you gonna worry about whether or not you're in the women's bathroom or the man's bathroom? I doubt that. Like, maybe they saw her, like, as she was walking out and then killed her, so it could have been a man, you know? I don't know. Like, that's just, you know, one way to look at it, but okay, so.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with each of you separately for just a little bit.
Okay, so, I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna be making choices again, because, as I said, I'm gonna aim for all the endings, and you basically need to do a few specific things to get some specific endings. So I'm just gonna be like going down the list and like ending off with the like true ending, so to speak. Alrighty.
It'll help move the investigation along if I can start collecting information now. Is that okay?
Sure, anything to help.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I doubt a murderer was going to let a women's only sign get in their way. Exactly.
Yes. It's fine.
Alright.
What about you, kid?
It's fine with me.
Right. Then we'll start with you. Come with me, please.
Me. Me. Okay. I guess so. I mean, the first discoverer is usually the most suspicious person, so I do not blame Gursky. Like, for doing it. Okay, so Detective Gursky motions for me to follow him to the hallway away from the rest of the coffee shop. As we walk down the hallway, I can't help but stare at the body in the bathroom. Detective Gursky glances at me and gently kicks the door of the bathroom. It swings in and bounces gently off the wall, closing with a soft thud. I feel like at this angle, the door would actually hit her legs and then bounce. But that might just be like an angle thing. Alright.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess.
You just saw a dead body and you're fine?
He frowns at me. I am not gaining any points with this man. Like, at all. Yeah. Yeah, I guess, I mean, whether this was premeditated or opportunistic, I mean, you know, you could say, okay, that's a knife, but then again, this is a coffee shop, so maybe, like, who knows if the knife was brought here or not, you know? Oh, you like barista girl? I see. Oh no, her legs were chopped off. Yeah, I know, right? Or maybe she's just really short. I don't know. And yeah, the VA is a pretty good mumble, and like they keep being good as it goes on.
Never mind. Let's just start with your name.
I'd rather not say. Great. I don't even. Like, what am I gonna call? Why am I? What am I gonna like? What am I gonna call him? I guess because I'd rather not. So he has some reason to not name himself.
An officer of the law is asking you a question.
Not that we're ever gonna know why. She's an Oompa Loompa. God damn it. Then I plead the fifth. Okay. I'm just gonna say, at this point, what I love about this protagonist is that he sounds like one of those edgy boys who are like, oh, I know the law, and by know the law, they have like read on the internet for like 5 minutes, and they're like, I know my rights, you know? Like, that's the type of guy he comes off. But yeah, okay, so for whatever reason, he doesn't want to name himself to a fucking police officer. That sounds like a great idea.
The Fifth Amendment is only applicable to testifying under oath in a court of law or other tribunal.
Yeah, he is, like, he's the worst, but, like, in the best way. Because he always gets shut down. Like, right now, you know? Then I invoke my Miranda rights. See? Detective Gursky stares at me impassively. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but I doubt he's pleased. He's probably like, this little shit. But he's too professional to say it.
Fine, no name then. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
You mean about when I found the body?
Anything you think is pertinent.
Fair. Well, I came in here around noon today. I ordered a coffee, drank it, then fell asleep.
You fell asleep after you drank a triple shot mocha latte?
How do you know what I drank? Detective Gursky nods at the empty cup on the table where I was sleeping.
Saw you snoozing when I came in.
Like that, how many people saw him sleep?
The mocha latte checkbox is checked off on the side of the cup, and the maroon sleeve around the cup is only used for triple shots.
Oh, thank you, AJ. So sweet. Hello. Your rights and your lefts. That's not good, Frosty.
I am a detective, you know.
Yeah, you're very nosy. And a serious one at that. He's even reading my drinks when he's off duty. Like, Gursky sounds like the type of guy who doesn't ever stop working. You know, like, he compulsively takes his work home. And he sits and like psychoanalyzes people in the coffee shop. That kind of guy. Well, I woke up about 10 minutes ago, I guess. Maybe less. Gursky glances at the clock on the wall.
So, around 2:40, you'd say?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do coffee shops even let you sleep in them? I mean, Well... I mean... So far, the only person we've seen in the actual shop as, like, a worker is, barista lady, so there's a chance that she might be the only one here at the moment, and she was maybe just like, whatever, I'm not gonna deal with him. Like, he went and got his drink and he paid for it, and now he's sleeping. It's like, whatever, you know? He actually knows. Yeah, I mean, Gursky does seem like the type who drinks coffee a lot, you know? Yeah, they're thinking, he's like, Aw, AJ, that's cute. Finals week was You're kind of like college boy, maybe. If he's studying, who knows? I guess so. I was just about to get another drink when I suddenly started to feel sick.
Ah, yes, I did see you looking a little ill when you were at the counter.
The girl at the counter told me I should go to the bathroom, and when I went, I saw the body lying there.
What were you doing in the women's bathroom?
The door was already open. I saw her from the hallway. So far, so good?
Did you touch her?
Damn it. Alright. Even if I say no, they'll probably find my prints on her anyway. Fair. Yes. Like, at this point, if he lied about that, that would be really stupid. And, you know, he did only touch her arm, so he could be like, well, I was checking if she still had a pulse or something, you know?
And why were you touching her?
I wanted to see if she was okay. I didn't know she was dead at the time. She had a fucking knife in her chest. She's... maybe she was alive, you know? It's... You think... Okay, Momo's money is on barista, then. I mean, that's what we're about to find, you know, that's what we're here to find out, who done it. I mean, it could be theoretically anyone. I mean, we could argue that, of course, we know it's not us, because we were hella asleep, like, we were very asleep. But, you know, even if Gursky is saying, you know, like, we know he's an officer, he probably, like, has a badge on him or something. But, like, we don't know for sure that he didn't do it. Like, from our perspective. It's just a stab wound. It might not have been that. I mean, it was like right in the hearty, you know. The detective nods understandingly, but I doubt he believes me. He's like, did the guy see the knife? Oh, you think it's college boy? Okay. Because of the, like, for what reason? I mean, my first guess would be, like, his outfit, because it's very conspicuous. It's like, you know, hoodie and hat and glasses, like, it's very Clark Kent disguise. Just take the knife out, eat, yeah. But that's actually a bad idea, AJ. Taking out the knife. That makes it worse. Any idiot could have seen the knife in that woman's chest from at least 10 feet away. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well... You can see I've picked this option before, so... This part, I'm just gonna make sure here... Yeah. We're good. Your money's on barista. Alright. Let's just be honest. Because it is very suspicious, because, if you will remember... she has a knife in her chest, but when we saw what was presumably the last moments before she died, she was being suffocated. Of course, we can't prove this to Gursky because we have some kind of dead body superpower, but, you know. But okay, barista girl. If it's they're the quiet one we've just, yeah. Our suspicion on Glad. That's true. I mean, right now, the one who's being, like, played up suspicion about is us. Like, we're clearly the most suspicious person in this room. Oh, that's okay, Oscar. I'll see you, babe. Goodbye. Alright.
There's a dead woman with a knife in her chest. Suspicious goes without saying.
Yeah, fair. Alright.
But what makes you think this is suspicious?
Just a gut feel. Officer, sir, I have superpowers. I have protagonist vision.
I see. Anything else?
No. Sir.
Then please wait in the main area.
Alright. Let's go, sure. Detective Gursky follows me and turns to the rest of the people in the coffee shop. I'm not good at reading. I mean, yeah, like, we're not sus. I mean, that would be very strange. Unless they're pulling a fast one of us. But, like, everyone saw us sleep, you know? Like, wouldn't that become an alibi, almost? Like, we couldn't kill people if we were fucking sleeping. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure that lady in the white shirt is, like, 100% convinced it was us. I don't know what Gursky thinks at this point. He's probably like, maybe? I mean, sleepwalking, true. But, I mean, if he was passing out after drinking a triple shot, that's, like, so like, goddammit. Okay.
Would anyone like to go next?
I'll go.
Alright. The woman raises her hand timidly, and Detective Gursky nods at her.
Then follow me.
I sink down into one of the chairs and close my eyes. This doesn't make any sense. The woman in the restroom has a knife in her chest, no doubt. But in my vision, she was being suffocated. Then again, my vision did cut off before it finished. So we were interrupted before we could see her dying, I suppose. Like, that's where, like, I'm gonna die, stop, you know? So we didn't get to see anything, and we didn't see a glimpse of the culprit either, which is not great. That woman interrupted me. I wish I could read the body again, but I'm sure to get caught if I even try to get close to the body. Somehow it doesn't really seem worth the risk. I guess I'll just have to approach this from a different angle. You mean sleuthing? I love sleuthing. That's my favorite hobby. Alrighty. Well, since we have some free time, let's just do a save. Meeting the others. Well, I am the one calling the shots here, and I want to talk to a glasses man, because he's the one who's, like, I'm pretty sure he hasn't, I think he spoke, like, maybe 2 times this far, like, we've had a full-on conversation with Coffee Shop Girl, but, well, I guess we could examine the room first. Let's just do that. The cafe is small and clean, with a series of paintings on the walls and a display stand featuring expensive bags of coffee. To the side, there's a hallway that leads to the bathrooms, where we just were. There's also a kitchen in the back, but I can't see it from here. Alright. Well, we can't go anywhere because Gursky is out there, so we should probably just talk to Glasses Man. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, okay, I don't want to delve too much into like how the gameplay actually works. So I would rather just play and you'll see what happens. And yeah, like it was recently ported to Switch and PS4. Like, I'm actually really happy because they're releasing the 4th game soon. So I'm hoping that kind of brings some buzz to the series. But let's talk to Glasses Guy. Alright. Across the room, the college boy is typing away on his laptop. He pauses to glance at a pile of notes on the table next to him. Finals week, AJ. Alright, he's still doing homework at a time like this. College tough. College is tough, man. He looks up and we briefly make eye contact.
Is something wrong?
Not really. You just look really calm, all things considered. He glances to the side nervously. Not so calm anymore, are we?
Actually, I'm pretty freaked out.
So he's the type where it doesn't show up on his face, I guess.
But it hasn't really set in, you know? Part of me is hoping this is all just a hidden camera show or something.
If he's the killer, I'll cry. and you're allowed to speculate, but just kind of like keep it like in the chat, but just like keep it on the DL, if you know what I mean. It would be a lot nicer if that were the case.
I'm sorry. You're the one who found the body, right?
Oh my god, he's cute. He is very cute. Yeah. He's silent for a moment.
Is it scary? Seeing a dead body, I mean.
Okay. My thoughts exactly. I guess most people would be pretty terrified to see a dead body. Especially ones that's obviously been murdered. True. Yeah.
You look pretty calm too, you know?
You sound like Hajime! College boys, my new first. You guys. You guys. God damn it. Oh, I guess I do.
My name's Kizaki. What about you?
Kisaki, alright. So he's presumably Japanese. I'd rather. He's still going. Just make up, like, say your name is, I don't know, Matt or something. I just. Like, why doesn't he just say some fake? I mean, okay, I guess there's a police officer here. Kisaki blinks and stares off into the distance for a moment. It looks like he's spacing out. Momo? No! He's some... You're just like... Okay. Yeah, Kisaki is great. I love him. Good boy. Kisaki? What? Sorry. He sounds like John. Yeah, no, yeah, like it's not John. It's not John. I forgot his name. But it's not John. Are you okay?
Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Finals week is probably hitting him pretty hard. He laughs nervously before smiling warmly at me.
It's okay if you don't want to say your name.
Surprisingly understanding. Okay, well, question time. Yay. Okay, so let's just start from the top. So, what are you doing here anyway?
Studying.
Finals week. I'm saying. He nods at the pile of papers scattered across the table.
I have an exam soon and I come here a lot since it's a quiet place with no distractions.
So much for that.
So much for that.
Poppin guy? Who? Whomst? Is that? Okay. Well, what do you guys want to know? I mean, we already kind of assume he's in college, so what do you want to ask? I want to do what's the exam on. I'm acting like I don't know the replies. But I think this one would be more interesting because, I mean, looking at his appearance, it's pretty... You know, I'm just gonna pick this one. So what's the exam on?
Huh?
Interesting. I glance at the papers scattered across the table. They're covered in notes written in Japanese. Poppin Gamer. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, I thought it was Japanese. You're giving him an out. Like, he was very nervous.
Yeah, Japanese.
We gave him an out. That's very suspicious. Like, that was a leading question, protagonist. I don't know, what are we gonna call him? Anyone who has suggestions on what to call the protagonist, just throw it at me. I'm gonna go with Kyle. Yeah, because he doesn't sound terribly confident. Indeed. Alright, let's just take the next one then. Yeah, he's great. Momo, he's great. The VA. I love him. Do you think the killer is still here? Kisaki suddenly turns pale.
Killer? I thought she died from a heart attack or something.
Pure child. Like, I just don't know, man. Like, this could all be an act where he, like, takes off his hat and glasses and he's, like, Light Yagami or something. Well, I mean, his name, I mean, like, as for the, Kisaki thing, like, he's clearly, probably Japanese. Of, like, he's actually Japanese. So the question is he just writing notes on something in his native language, or does he actually study Japanese? Oh, he's not a Kyle? Is he more like a Matt? What is he? I was about to say chat, but okay. I mean, the only ones who've seen the body are us and Gursky and yeah, I was about to say chat too. Bob. So the only ones who've seen it is the lady and us and Gursky, right? So, all right.
Oh no, this is even worse.
For what? Is he just like, this is gonna take even longer from my studying? I'm gonna fail my exams at this rate. You know. Gary. Gary's a good one too. Gary's a good one. But that reminds me of Eve. I know it's only spelled with one R, but still. He looks like he's about to start crying. Whoa. Poor guy.
What if the murderer is still here? What if we're all gonna be picked off one by one until there's no one left?
You, sir, have been watching too much Conan. I really don't think that's the case. Besides, it's not as if we're trapped on a remote island or anything. I point at Kisaki's laptop. You're even connected to the internet. You could tell people if you were being murdered.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell if he's faking it, you know? He suddenly looks a lot more relieved. He's so stupid. I love him.
I guess I overreacted.
You don't say. No kidding.
But it's still really creepy to think that someone was killed here. I hope that detective figures it out soon.
What is the Dangan 2 joke? Oh, the picked off. I mean, that I feel like that's a general like horror trope. They're going to eat me. Yeah, exactly. Like he sounds like the type who's been watching like really bad horror movies his entire life. So as soon as a real murder happens, he's like, what if it's the legendary serial killer, blah blah blah, you know? Alright, what should I ask? Can you remember anything about the woman who died?
I'm afraid I was pretty caught up in my work. I didn't really notice much about anyone else.
Nothing at all?
Well, I think she may have been looking for someone. When she came in, she looked around a bit like she was expecting to see someone. I remember wondering if she was looking for you, and you just didn't notice her because you were asleep.
This entire coffee shop just saw us fucking sleep. That's hilarious. I was here before you became a famous streamer. I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that. Wow, is there anyone in this coffee shop who didn't watch me sleep? Yeah.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
We're having a heart-to-heart here, Gursky. Can you, like, not? Like, can you not right now? Detective Gursky approaches us. The woman he was speaking with trails closely behind him. As soon as she sees me, she quickly looks away. We're not gonna get a lot of mileage with her, are we?
No, we're not doing anything in particular.
Why do you have to sound so suspicious about it? Kisaki's voice trails off as he speaks. He looks uncomfortable.
Right. In that case, would you please come with me?
Oh, yeah.
Oof, mommy. Kisaki follows Detective Gursky to the hallway. Oh no, now we're alone with her! Oh shit. I'll see you, Frosty. Okay. Well, let's try to patch this up. About earlier.
Don't touch me.
God damn it. I wasn't trying to. The woman glares at me, her eyes laced with disgust.
I saw what you did.
I touched a lady's arm. I didn't do anything. I found her like that. The woman frowns at me.
Just don't speak to me.
She is not having it. I do like the belt. The belt is nice. And like she looks very put together, you know, she's got like the glasses and like the accessories and nice nails and cool belt and everything. Very, very biz cash, you know, business casual. She sits down and folds her arms, glaring at me from across the room. I guess I should leave her alone. Okay. The girl who works at the shop is sitting a few tables away from me, staring at the ground. She looks up and notices that I'm looking in her direction. Time to talk to barista.
Surreal, isn't it?
Really? Quite, huh?
Knowing you're in the same building as a dead body, I mean.
It seems everyone here is thinking about the same thing. She smiles apologetically at me.
By the way, my name's Chance.
She also speaks to the manager. This woman is all I aspire to be as a man. Chance, that sounds like such a fake name, I know. Which, okay. Let's just start with the easy one then. You have a rather unusual name. She laughs.
I get that a lot. The truth is, I changed my name. My parents named me Bertha.
That's a perfectly fine name, by the way. If you're named Bertha, don't take this to heart.
That's not exactly a good name for a famous singer.
So we have a dreamer here, I see. You're a famous singer?
Not yet, but I want to be. I know it's a crazy dream, but I'm willing to take the chance.
That's so cringy. I'm sorry.
That's why I chose that name. Get it? Chance? I'm pretty cheesy, huh?
You don't say. Not as unusual as Kyle over here. Maybe not cheesy, but I think the name Bertha actually means famous. Well, oops. So really, you had a good name in the first place. Like, he's such a, like, I don't know what the term for it is in English, but a besserwisser, where he's like, he just knows, like, so many things, and he always wants to show off all of the shit that he knows to people. I mean, yeah, like, Chance is a stage name. Like, to actually get a legal name change is kind of like, I don't know. Like, that's a little much.
Really? I didn't know that. You're pretty smart.
She does not sound very smart. But I mean, she could also... We've got to consider, as with College Boy, that this might be like a put-on personality. I mean, she is a service worker, you know? Not particularly. I just like to pay attention to names and what they mean. Why haven't you made up one for yourself then, huh? He's a you know-it-all. There it is. Know-it-all. Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. Thank you.
That's cool. I know someone just like you.
You do? I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that. But, alright, let's just take it. Do you know anything about the woman who died?
Nothing comes to mind. I saw her go to the bathroom earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. Still, I think I would have recognized her if she was someone I knew.
True. Let's just say, do you remember what time you saw her?
Maybe around 2 o'clock? I'm not sure.
Alright. Around 2 o'clock. What do you mean? What makes you think it was 2 o'clock?
Well, my shift starts around then, and she came in a little bit after I did.
Alright, so that means she was here...
She looked like a secretary, so I thought it was weird that she'd come during working hours.
Well, okay, so we came in here... So, she probably came in while we were asleep. Perhaps. We were the first one here. I suppose. I see. Do you think the killer is still around?
I sure hope not.
Fair enough. Chance shivers.
I don't know why he'd stick around anyway. Doesn't a murderer usually run after he kills someone?
I suppose, if you have the time to run. Good point.
You two look like you're getting along.
Gursky, I'm just trying to talk to people. We are the killer. Yeah. Huh? Sure.
We were just chatting.
Thank you. Yeah, how long were we asleep? I mean, I forgot if it said when we came in, just that we got a latte and then fell asleep. I think we were the first one here, because everyone saw us sleeping, right?
I see that. I hope you don't mind if I cut in.
Go ahead. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the woman from earlier still glaring at me. Hey.
I thought I told you not to speak to me.
Then stop staring at me! Listen, I don't know what you thought you saw, but that woman was already dead. That woman was already dead when I found her.
Don't take me for a fool.
You are a fool! I mean, you can see which one I picked before. I'm sorry, I have played this game before. But I mean, okay, so if you think about it here, she already hates us a lot. So, if we antagonize her any further, like, she might actually say something stupid. Like, we might as well just be nice. Just be nice to her. Let's just be nice. And not be an asshole. We just lived like a whole fucking... Okay, let's... if you just thought about it, you wouldn't think that. If I actually had killed that woman, don't you think I'd have tried to stop you? Or at least run away? Instead, I waited around and even spoke with that detective. Thankfully, she seems like the logical type. She doesn't respond. Really? You're going to discount me just like that?
Fine, I'll bite. What's your side of the story?
I already told you. I found her like that.
That's nice. Now don't talk to me.
We're not making any progress here. You don't believe me.
Sure don't. If you can actually show me proof, then maybe I'll listen to you.
Maybe she's a bit too logical.
Interrogating him yourself, Miss Bergstrom?
Thank you, Gursky, for once, thank you. Detective Gursky approaches us with a hint of a smile on his lips. It's hard to tell if he's actually amused or just hiding his annoyance. He's like, don't say anything unnecessary.
He wanted to talk to me.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with him.
What did I do now?
Sure, do as you please.
What did it... She shrugs and walks away. What did I do? I followed Detective Gursky off to the side.
Are you sure talking with your main accuser was really a good idea?
What?
You do realize that she's convinced you're the murderer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do know.
Acting like that only makes you look more suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, well...
And I have to be honest, a lot of the evidence points towards you already.
Fair.
You were the first at the scene, and you even admitted to touching the body. There's not much that votes for your innocence.
That's circumstantial evidence, you fuckhead. But yeah. I'm this guy. I'm this guy. Oh no. But all the evidence you have is only circumstantial. I don't want to be Kyle.
I can hold you for 48 hours before charging you with a crime. That's enough time to find more evidence.
That's dirty tactics. Ugh, sometimes I hate that law. Maybe he does know the law. Kyle over here. I know, but I didn't do it.
If you really want me to believe you, you're going to have to be a lot more cooperative. Obviously, you're interested in clearing your name, whatever it may be.
Oh my god, Gursky. Like, Gursky has so much sass. Like, you can just tell he's done with people. Like,
it works better if you work with me, not against me.
I mean, fair. Don't be a Kyle. Ever. You want my help? He frowns.
Not particularly, but I don't have many options right now. I could tell you to sit this out and let the professionals handle this, but then you just go behind my back.
You don't say.
I'd rather have you where I can keep an eye on you. So I'll let you talk around, but you have to tell me everything you learn.
Huh.
And for the record, this isn't a free pass to conduct your own investigation. I'm only saying you can talk with the others.
Yeah, Gursky's great. Like, Gursky's great. I love Gursky. I love him. He's just like... You know, like, he's an adult who's, like, just really trying, but, like, he's just got so many delinquents around him, and it's like, well, even if I tell you not to do anything, you're just gonna go behind my back anyways. Like, he sounds like a person who has, like, 3 teenage children who, like, do nothing that he tells them to do. So he's, like, used to it.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright. Well, it looks like I have a little bit of slack for now. But even if he says that, it's not like he's given me any useful information to go off of. Alright. Well, can we like... Oh, we can move to the hallway. Can we like... As I head toward the hallway... Oh, wait. That might have been...
According to her ID badge.
Oh, there we go. It's just... I think that might be... So let's just... Okay, that seems like it triggered an event, so I'm just gonna go back and talk to everyone first. I don't remember everything that happens in this game, by the way. I don't have, like a step-for-step guide, so let's just talk to everyone. Okay, let's just start from the top and talk to Chance. Yeah, Kisaki is great, I love him. Alright, Chance. Chance notices me looking at her. She giggles and waves at me.
How's it going?
She changed her clothes. Well, makes sense. You got changed.
Yeah, I called my manager and he said I should close for the day, so there's really no point in wearing my uniform anymore.
Fair.
But never mind that. How did it go?
How did what go?
Talking with that detective, of course. Did he say anything?
Is it really okay to say that I'm supposed to question everyone? So here we gotta think about, like, do we trust people in this room? And my initial reaction is no. I don't want to trust the people here. Can I have Chance by any chance? Okay. So let's just say nothing in particular. Let's just keep it on the DL. Alright. Okay, let's just to make sure we're getting a choice here. Let's just save again. We'll just say I know which choices actually matter. So okay. Okay, so you think she changed her clothes to hide any blood splatter or something? Or like maybe the victim's DNA, I suppose. But let's just not nothing in particular. Nothing in particular. He just wanted me to not bother him.
What do you mean by bothering him?
Beats me. So, did you notice anything suspicious about Kisaki? Yeah, I mean, it is suspicious because Chance has full access to, like, everything in this place, right? So, I mean, that is a bit suspicious. Did you notice anything suspicious about Kisaki?
Who?
Fair question. That college kid.
Oh, is that his name? I've never seen him before.
Really? He said that he comes here all the time.
He does? I'm pretty sure I haven't seen him before. Maybe he usually comes at some other time?
Huh. Yeah, maybe.
But I don't recall him doing anything weird. He came in, set up, and spent all his time working on homework.
Seems like a pretty good case that he maybe isn't guilty? Who knows? Did you notice anything suspicious about Miss Bergstrom?
You mean that woman who looks like she's mad at you?
Yeah, her.
Well, she definitely looked like she was in a hurry.
True.
Then again, she always does.
Oh, she's a regular? She comes here often?
All the time. And she always looks like she's in a hurry. I guess she's a busy woman.
Interesting. Alright, let's just keep inquiring into this. Since she's so busy, do you know what Miss Bergstrom does for a living?
I'm pretty sure she works for Biodev Imaging. It's just down the street, so a lot of people who work there like to come by here.
That's a first name.
I'm afraid I don't know exactly what she does, though.
But what is Biodev I guess that's all I want to talk about for now. I guess maybe if we get the chance we can ask Miss Bergstrom what she does at this Biodev Imaging. It does sound to be some kind of science-y something. Something about biology, probably. Alright, well, let's talk to Kisaki then. I look over at Kisaki. He's still typing away at his computer. I guess even being at the scene of a murder isn't an excuse to turn in homework late. Damn.
Is everything okay?
Finals week. Yeah, it's fine.
It looked like Detective Gursky was lecturing you about something. He's a pretty imposing guy.
You don't say. Is he? It seems to me like he's just doing his job. Man, the protagonist defending Gursky, like, that's surprising, considering how much Gursky has, like, antagonized him almost.
I guess I'm just worried he's gonna arrest me or something.
That's a fair concern to have. I mean, again, as I said before, it's probably best to not antagonize. Like, I know Miss Bergstrom hates us, and we don't really know, like, how Kisaki stands on us, but let's just, like, perhaps, like, just not try to make any, you know, any enemies here. So let's just, I mean, it is kind of funny to ask, does he have a reason to arrest you, but let's just calm him down. Let's just relax. He won't just randomly arrest you, you know. Although I don't know if the same goes for me. True.
What?
Oh, nothing. He looks confused. Fair. Nothing. Detective Gursky's threat to keep me in custody for 48 hours is still looming over my head. I'm really on a short leash. That's true. Let's just start us. So, did you notice anything suspicious about Chance?
The girl who works here? She wouldn't do anything.
Interesting. Okay. Are you sure?
Of course, she works here after all.
That's not an argument. That didn't answer my question. Exactly, that... Oh, you think he's like doing something sus? Interesting. I mean, maybe he's doing something weird on that computer, like he's a hacker or something, I don't know.
Well, if you're wondering if I saw her do anything weird, I didn't. She was cleaning the espresso machines for a while. She didn't look too happy about that.
Huh. Okay, so she wasn't in a good mood, it seems.
Then she went into the back kitchen, so I didn't see her anymore.
So, that means that there's a time where both Kisaki and Chance were alone. Interesting. If she were in the kitchen, she could have gone to the bathroom without you seeing her, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. Did you notice anything suspicious about Miss Bergstrom?
I'm afraid I didn't see her come in. I was busy working at the time.
Alright.
I didn't notice anything until I heard her scream.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, he doesn't seem to know much.
Alright then.
That's all for now. Alright. Alrighty, right. And here we go. Here we go. Miss Bergstrom is still across the room from me, brooding. Oh boy, this isn't gonna be easy. She wasn't willing to give me the benefit of the doubt earlier at all. I approach her carefully, holding my hands out in an attempt to show that I mean her no harm. Hey.
What do you want?
I just want to talk, try to figure out what happened. She doesn't look convinced. Look, there are other people here. Nothing's gonna happen to you. I just want to ask a few questions.
Why are you even doing this?
I mean, it's still the same lady with the hair and the knife. Everyone's still... We're just talking to people. Gursky has told us that if we cooperate with him, he won't arrest our ass. So we're just walking around, talking to people, and then we have to report back to Gursky. Huh. So you suspect Bergstrom then? I mean, Kisaki did not see her, so that means that... that she definitely doesn't... I mean, she doesn't have an alibi right now. But the same goes for Kisaki and for Chance. So it's not like there's any... Like, at the moment, there's no way to know. Alright. Well, the why of the matter is complicated. How do I explain it? And I chose I want to prove I'm innocent. Because... this one... the reason that I didn't want to pick this one is because... again, as I said, you don't want to rustle the waters, you know? And if you're like, I'm gonna find the killer and get all the credit, you know, like, that sounds very aggressive. So it's like, okay, let's just, like, be like, we just don't want to get arrested, man. Like, that's all there is to it. So it's just, we want to prove that we're innocent. After a moment of silence, she lets out a long sigh.
I guess it's okay then. What do you want to know?
So let's just say, did you notice anything suspicious about Chance? Bergstrom is this woman right here. Bergstrom is this woman with the red hair. I forgot her first name actually, but that's her. Okay. Did you notice anything suspicious about Chance?
That barista? She's a sweet girl, if not a little unrealistic.
That's harsh. That's really harsh.
She'll talk about her dream of being a singer to anyone who will listen.
I got it too.
She often gets livid when anyone says anything that doesn't coincide with her dream. But she's very cheerful otherwise.
Huh. So here we have Bergstrom saying that that Chance has a I suppose a bit of a tendency towards anger. Livid.
She once tossed hot coffee at a customer for insulting her voice.
That's very violent.
He only got a few burns on his arm, but I'm pretty sure she was aiming for his face.
As for the other names, Chance has had her name changed because she wants to be famous, and her actual name is Bertha. That I'm in this game? Yeah, true. So she was oh damn, she must have been really angry. And she didn't get fired for that?
The whole thing was settled out of court, and the owner of this place is her father, so naturally she got to keep her job.
Nepotism. Alright.
Honestly, kids these days just get everything handed to them on a silver platter. It's wholly frustrating.
She's the Karen. She's the Karen. Okay. Did you notice anything suspicious about Kisaki?
I assume you mean that boy over there? He hasn't done anything that seems out of the ordinary.
Chance is really pretty. Like, she's very cute.
I can't really say one way or another, though.
Okay, so she doesn't know anything about Kisaki. She doesn't have an opinion on him. What should I ask her? Well, okay, that's all I need for now. Thank you.
I hope it helped.
She talked to us. Whew. Okay, sorry. Again, this... The area is small but comfortable. It's light. Well, I think it's time that we move. I'm sorry. I accidentally triggered an event before, so now we move into the hallway. You think it's Chance? Okay. I see. It would be too obvious. Okay. As I head towards the hallway, I can hear Detective Gursky speaking on the phone with someone.
According to her ID badge, her name is Sarah Blackmore. She works for a nearby company called Biodev Imaging.
Ho ho. Biodev Imaging? Isn't that where Miss Bergstrom works? I wonder if they knew each other. I peer around the corner to get a better look. He doesn't look very pleased.
I really can't be sure. When will the crime scene investigators get down here? I see. Well, get here as soon as possible then.
He hangs up before letting out a frustrated sigh. As he does, he sees me looking at him.
Whoa, how long have you been there? How much of that conversation did you hear?
Oh boy. So, let's just keep, we've been going the honest route this entire time, so let's just keep it up. We don't want Gursky to, like, if we do too much, you know, if we do too much, then, but also you've got to consider again, she was not, just remember back to when we saw her death, she was not poisoned. She was suffocated with a physical object. Like, think about when you suffocate someone by pushing a pillow over their face. Something similar happened to Sarah. To Miss Blackmore, who died. So I don't think that Sarah was probably not drugged. She was killed in the bathroom via suffocation. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the woman in the bathroom, she has a knife in her chest, and the character can see the moments before they die, right? So we touch her, and the vision that we get is that someone is holding us down. Perhaps someone is sitting on her torso or something like that, you know, so her arms can't move. And then they're holding something over her face. So she suffocates. And then perhaps stabbed her with the knife afterwards. Who knows? Okay, but let's just be honest with Gursky here and say that we did hear what he said. The part about Sarah and biodev imaging. I don't know why I want to say imagining whenever I see that word.
So, pretty much everything then.
I'm sorry. I guess so.
And do you have anything useful to tell me?
Okay. Well, now we need to, like, tell him all of the shit. But yeah, she was suffocated. The lady was suffocated. Okay, so Chen says she saw Sarah coming around 2. Let's just start. Like, I think that we gotta, like, assume at this point that Gursky is probably white, you know? Like, he is probably in the clear. I mean, at this point, right? He's, like, telling us to go around and investigate and stuff. It would be, if he was the murderer, he would just want to shut it down as quick as possible, right? So let's just assume for now that we can trust Gursky and try to build our relationship with him, because he has the authority to fucking arrest us if he wants to, you know? So, Chan says she saw Sarah coming around 2.
Interesting. So, Sarah must have been killed sometime between 2 o'clock and 2:40.
Pretty much.
The first thing to do is see if anyone has an alibi for that time period then.
Seems we have more to ask now. Well, I'm sorry, I just talk in the way, but let's just like try to get rep with Gursky, because otherwise we're dead. Like, I mean, true. Who knows? Burke and O'Hare. All cops are bastard. I'm sorry. Okay, so the first thing to do is see if anyone has an alibi. Okay. What should I tell him? Let's just... Miss Bergstrom works for Biodev Imaging, so that's the same company as the victim. Chance told me that a lot of people who work there like to come here to eat. So, there's a chance... Like... There's a chance... There's a possibility... Of course it's suspicious, but let's just be honest here. If a lot of people from that company come to this specific joint, there's also a chance that Sarah and Miss Bergstrom did not know each other. They might have worked in completely different departments. Like, we don't know for sure. Why does Gursky what? Care? About what? I mean, okay. Did you miss the part where we found out that Gursky is a police officer? he's a police officer in so he's obviously wants to investigate the murder before the rest of, you know, before the paramedics and all that come, not the paramedics, the investigators come there. You know? So, but there's a chance that Bergstrom and Sarah knew each other, but we don't know. No. But I already played Return to Die like several times. But anyways, only the lady in the bathroom. Only the lady in the bathroom was dead. Everyone else is alive. No one else has died. But Miss Bergstrom and Sarah and the victim might be equated.
Do you know what Miss Bergstrom does at Biodev Imaging?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. If yeah, like just. Anyways, okay, no, we don't know what she does. She probably doesn't have, there, you know, like from her appearance, she probably earns a good living. Also, if she can like constantly go to a coffee shop, like a little indie coffee shop, she probably like makes a decent amount of money at least.
It probably wouldn't hurt to ask her.
But, okay, well, okay. Kizaki says he comes here all the time, but Chance claims she's never seen him. That's suspicious. Yeah, like, Gursky, okay, so, in short, what happened is, we found the body, we saw her last moments, she was suffocated, even if, like, there's a knife in her chest, but apparently she was suffocated. that the lady, Miss Bergstrom, sees us and she thinks we're the killer. Gursky sees us and he's like, what the hell are you doing? And then Gursky questions us, and after a while, Gursky is like, well, if you cooperate with me, I'll rethink about arresting you. So you can go around talking to people and you just have to report to me. So that's what we're doing right now. We're cooperating with Gursky, a police officer, to clear our name. Because at the moment, we're actually pretty much the most suspicious person here. So yeah, that's a very short summary of what's going on. But, okay, so this is pretty suspicious that Kisaki says he comes here, but Chance claims she's never seen him. Has he just that little of a presence? Yeah. Yeah, like, we as the character should probably want Gursky to trust us. So, it's a dumb idea to lie to him at this point.
Do you think he's lying?
Do we think Kisaki is lying? I don't know. He seems honest enough, but he could very well be pretending. Fair?
Why don't you test him then? If he really comes here often, he'll be able to answer questions about this place without any problems.
That's a good suggestion, Mr. Gursky. I guess so. Oh, yeah, I mean... yeah, like we're just basically trying to prove that we didn't kill her, at the very least. Yeah, so yeah. And Gursky, of course, is a police officer, so he's obviously doing this out of duty, like, as the officer of the law, like, as an officer of the law on a crime scene, obviously he has to take control, I guess. Okay, so what should I tell him? Chance has some pretty explosive anger issues. She tried to burn a guy with hot coffee once because he insulted her voice.
Really? I'd hate to be that guy.
Hate to be him.
Still, one act of violence doesn't make her a murderer. It might be worth looking into it, though, if you can find a way to be tactful about it.
And yes, there are multiple endings. There are only 2 for this game. I'm going for the not true end right now, and then we'll go back. And then skip. I promise I'll do it as quick as I can. Okay. Alright. Well, I don't really have any more I can tell you.
Keep digging.
Yeah, so that's what let's just examine this place, because I did... there are a couple trendy paintings hanging on the wall. The only other thing in the hallway are me and Detective Gursky. Can we go to the bathrooms? I don't think I'm allowed in there with the dead body. Fair. Can we go to the men's restroom? Okay, let's examine. It looks like the women's restroom. Well, except for the dead body. Actually, it looks like there's an emergency exit in here too. It's the kind that only opens from the inside. I bet the killer could have slipped out through here without being seen by anyone in the coffee shop. Huh, okay. So that means that there is technically a way out. So the killer could be someone else. Possibly. Let's go back to the main area. I head back to the main area to investigate some more, but as I do, I hear a strange voice echoing through the hallway.
Hey, detective, you should really watch your step.
Huh? What? What? Who are you? I spin around, looking for the source of the voice, but I don't see anyone talking or even looking in my direction.
I'm here to help, but before you ask, I can't hear you, so don't bother trying to say anything.
Then, very one-sided. The voice seems to be coming from inside my head? Who the hell is telepathying us right now? Yeah, but if you can't hear me, that makes communication rather difficult now, doesn't it?
Of course, since I can't hear you, that makes communication rather difficult.
I just... that face. That's a good face. I like that face. Never mind.
I know you're different from other people. You can see things that others can't. That means we're alike.
I don't know, lady. Alike? Yeah, right. I don't go around randomly speaking inside other people's heads.
There's a lot more going on here than just a simple murder. Watch your step and trust no one.
Not even myself.
I'll tell you more as soon as I know it.
Thank you. I hope I'm not going crazy. I wait for a few seconds, but the voice is gone. No one else seems to have heard it, so I guess it really was all in my head. Ugh, this is getting even more troublesome by the minute. First I'm accused of murder, and now some random person is dropping thoughts in my head. Just a regular Tuesday. Oh, hey, maybe I'm just going crazy. I should probably be a lot more surprised and freaked out by this turn of events, but the only thing that surprises me right now is how unsurprised I am. I see. I forgot I had Pepsi. Alright. I shuffle tiredly into the main area of the coffee shop and sit down, burying my head in my hands.
Are you okay?
No, sir. Yeah, I'm fine.
Really? You've been looking terrible all day.
That's a fair assumption.
Oh, let me get you something to drink.
Chance hurries around to the counter and begins mixing a drink for me. Wow, that's so nice of you. I lean back and take in the smell of the coffee. It's really relaxing.
Here you go.
Thank you. She hands me a hot cup brimming full with hot latte. I take a sip of it and my body suddenly feels alive again. The smell, the steam. I seriously doubt I'd ever be able to function without this stuff. He's a complete addict. It's so bad. I take another sip and then another, enjoying the flavor and the heat. I feel like I can finally think. Yes, I'm addicted. I mean, at least he's self-aware. That was good. And you made it so quickly.
Of course I did. Sometimes things get really busy in here. That counter is designed with everything we need to mix drinks quickly. Of course, if we want to do other things like make sandwiches, that's all in the back kitchen.
Chance looks pretty happy right now. Maybe this is a good time to ask her about that one guy who insulted her. Oh. I'd better find a good way to ask about this, or I might wind up with this latte in my face. Well... She seems a little scary if she might throw stuff at people, so let's just... Do you like your job here? Very, very casual.
Huh? I guess so. Although sometimes it gets pretty tiring. That's how it is with any job, right?
I guess so, but I heard that you had a lot of trouble with a certain customer here once. Very delicate.
Oh yeah, that was a particularly bad day. That jerk was just flaunting his new girlfriend in my face!
Oh! New info, huh? Interesting. New girlfriend?
My ex-boyfriend broke up with me here at work by bringing his new girlfriend here and telling me we were over!
That would make someone very angry.
He said he didn't want to be with someone who had such unrealistic dreams.
I love how you're fighting.
Either way, that was a long time ago, and unlike the rumors, it has nothing to do with him insulting my singing voice.
So that means that what Kisaki was saying was probably... Or no, sorry, not Kisaki. Miss Bergstrom was saying was probably that she heard this rumor. Probably overheard it from another customer or something. Wow, sorry about that.
It's fine. It all worked out in the end.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
Alright. Let's just keep going. Might as well talk to Chance again. What were you doing between 2 and 2:40? So now we're asking for everyone's alibis. Let's see.
Working, of course.
Fair.
Afternoons like this are always slow, so it's usually just me and the manager.
The manager being her father, right? Yes.
Although my manager is currently out at the store.
I mean, throwing coffee at someone is still, like, pretty aggressive, but it's more understandable in this situation. Like, yeah, okay. But that, like, the manager, remember, is her dad. Okay, so why did your manager go to the store? Let's just...
We ran out of soy milk. I forgot to restock yesterday and he kinda got mad at me. I had to come out here and clean all the espresso machines as punishment.
So that's why she wasn't very happy about cleaning the machines. Alright. So do you know anyone named Sarah Blackmore?
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. Even if I did know her, I probably couldn't tell you.
That's fair. Alright, well.
Alright.
I mean, they're, like, at the moment, of course you could say, like, but at the moment Kisaki is saying that she doesn't have a foolproof alibi because she did leave for the kitchen. And she could have gotten the knife from there. But we don't know if the kitchen is locked off. So that's not necessarily, like, proof that she did it. Because she was, like, I mean, her going to the kitchen momentarily also means that on the other side, conversely, she was not in the kitchen for a long period of time. Which also would mean that possibly someone could have done something, you know? Who knows? Okay. So, what were you doing between 2 and 2:40?
Studying, mostly.
Mostly
I was also chatting with a friend online.
on the computer.
Sometimes I get distracted.
Huh. Okay, so he's in contact with someone on the outside, I suppose. Not that we know what he's like, but he's probably been talking to them. Chance would never. Okay. Do you really come here that often? Remember that Gursky told us to ask this.
Of course I do. Why do you ask?
Just curious about this place. Do you know what kind of sandwiches they sell here? Like, he's actually pretty smooth with this, like, whole questioning thing.
They rotate them. The two for today are tapenade with avocado and turkey and brie.
I see. And how much does a green tea cost?
A shaken green iced tea or a green tea smoothie?
Either.
The shaken green iced tea is only $2.65, but the green tea smoothie is $3.70.
Like, I mean, see, here's the thing. You could both see this as either proof, or it could make him more suspicious. Because, like, sure, if he's a regular customer, he might know that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like, is it too perfect? Like, did he research before coming here, you know? But that could also just, like, be him, like, his personality, you know? Like, I always research somewhere I'm going before I even go there. Like, I'll always look at the menu beforehand and stuff. So it could just be some, you know. But this isn't necessarily proof. Thanks. But it does seem like he knows a lot. Yeah, exactly. Wow, this guy knows the place really well. Almost uncannily so. I guess he really does come here often. Or he researched it. I wonder why Chance doesn't recognize him. Conversely, Chance might be lying as well. And he's just... Yeah, he's just autistic like me. Exactly. I'm sorry. Okay. Do you know anyone named Sarah Blackmore?
Sarah?
I'm not sure what that means.
No, I don't think I do.
Maybe he just has anxiety. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's just, like, nervous. Wow, that's quite possibly the most guilty reaction I've ever seen. This guy would be terrible at poker. Rip. Well, that's all for now. Maybe he is Japanese. That's a quite Japanese reaction. Okay, it's time for Miss Bergstrom. What we're doing between 2 and 2:40. Like, I mean, the only thing that this proves is that he's lying about not knowing who Sarah is. That doesn't necessarily prove that he's the murderer, but it does make him suspicious. Why would you lie about that? You know? Like, is he like a stalker? Is he like... Did he like see her and he's like lying about it? Like, does he know something that he's lying about, you know? Who knows? Okay.
Around 2, I think I was finishing up some work in the office.
Okay, so she might...
Then I headed out for a late lunch. I usually grab a sandwich and an espresso from this place.
Were you with anyone else at the time?
Of course not. Everyone else had already left for lunch.
Okay, so she does seem to be a bit of a workaholic. At least from this... like, from this scene. Okay, so what did you order when you got here?
Nothing. I went straight to the restroom, and then I saw you.
So that means that she was also the last one here. So that means that she technically doesn't have an alibi for until she showed up. And as we figured out before, there's an emergency exit out through the men's bathroom. So that means that it could be Kisaki or Chance, or it could be Bergstrom, who then ran out through the emergency exit and then entered as if she had just arrived. Like, that's the options. The options are that Kisaki slipped away while Chance was in the kitchen, or that Chance slipped away while she was in the kitchen, or that Miss Bergstrom, she killed the woman and then escaped through the emergency exit and then pretended that she hadn't been there before. So yeah, let's just keep going. So why did you head straight to the bathroom instead of ordering?
I always wash my hands first. It's filthy to do anything else, and I can't exactly afford to be ill.
This is a good message to send in 2020. Just saying. What should I ask her? What do you do for a living? So now we can ask what she does at this biodev imaging place, which is also where the victim worked. But yeah, that's fair. Like, why wouldn't she just have left? Like, we gotta think about, if Miss Bergstrom is the killer, why did she come back here? Like, that's very arrogant. For a killer to just, like, come back. Okay, let's see. What does she do? What does she do at biodev imaging?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious.
Well, I do a lot of things. Mostly human resources management.
So she's in HR, huh? Human resources, as in...
The usual things. Recruiting new blood, organizing and training employees, writing policies, and the like.
Seems like a very... So she's pretty high up in the company, like, all things considered. She just have a manager position, I suppose. Or something similar to that. So she's definitely not like you're just your regular old 9-to-5er. Well, that's a lot. Alright. Do you know anyone named Sarah Blackmore? Let's see.
I can't say I do. Should I?
Well, I mean, we don't know. Maybe she's lying, maybe she's not. Like, from the way that she spoke, Biodev Imaging does seem like a pretty big company. So there is a pretty good chance that that Bergstrom and Blackmore didn't necessarily know each other, so who knows? She might be lying, she might not. We don't know for sure. That's all I need for now. And it's not a huge coincidence that two people from that company is at this shop, either. Considering that it's just down the street, you know? So like, it seems like the most normal place for employees at this company to go.
I see.
Alright. That's all for now. I don't think that there's much else. Oh, sorry. I look into the glass case filled with freshly made sandwiches. Sure enough, the two specials of the day are tapenade with avocado and turkey and brie. Kisaki was right. I think she's a liar, pants on fire. Well. Let's talk to the man. Gursk. Okay, so... Did you know that there's an emergency exit in the men's room? As we discovered before?
Yeah, I noticed that. There isn't an alarm on the door either, so it's possible that the murderer escaped through there without being detected.
As we also thought? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If the murderer did go through there, he or she was probably the last person who passed through.
That's fair enough to assume.
It's possible that there was some evidence left behind in there.
Alright. No one here has a full alibi. That's also true. Chance and Kisaki both saw each other for a while, but Chance was in the back kitchen around the time of the murder. She could have slipped away without being seen, or Kisaki could have gone past the kitchen without her noticing. Miss Bergstrom claims she was working at that time, but there's no way to corroborate her story.
So all of them had an opportunity. But what about a means and a motive?
So far, we don't really know anything.
We need to figure out why someone would want Sarah dead in the first place.
Yeah, because you've got to think about it. like this too. Even if they work at the same company, does that necessarily act like a motive for murder, you know? Huh. So we've just been talking to everyone, and no one has an alibi. And Miss Bergstrom, the lady with glasses, and the victim work at the same company, but Bergstrom claims not to know who she is. And of course it's intentional, but also just consider, like, in real life, like, people aren't that, like, it's pretty normal, I think, to not, like, most people don't think about having an alibi. You know? Like, do you constantly go around thinking that you need proof for where you are? Most people don't, right? So it's like, it's definitely not unrealistic to think that there would be 3 people here, none of which have an alibi. But at the moment, we have no idea why people wanted the Sarah lady dead. There's nothing. Alright, so Miss Bergstrom was really evasive about her job. We asked her what she does at this company, which is the same company that the victim worked at, and she was just kind of, oh yeah, I work in HR, you know. When I asked her about it, she didn't seem to want to tell me much. She did say she's in human resources, though.
Is that so? I suppose she's pretty high up on the totem pole, then. I think Sarah was just a secretary with low-level clearance, so it's doubtful they'd have met.
Yeah. Yeah, it is true that it could be chance. But here, we're saying that there is a pretty good chance that Bergstrom and the victim did not know each other. But no, the victim, okay, so this is a coffee shop, and down the street from the coffee shop is a big company named Biodev Imaging. The victim, Sarah Blackmore, she worked at Biodev Imaging. We just found out a little while ago that Miss Bergstrom also works at Biodev Imaging. But here Gursky is saying that they were at, like, very different levels in the company and probably didn't know each other. So there is a pretty good chance that Miss Bergstrom actually does not know who the victim is. And yes, as you guys were saying, there is a chance that Chance drugged the MC at the start of the story, and that's why he was sleeping. That is an option. Or someone drugged his drink. There's a chance. There's a possibility. But yeah, the victim works at this Biodev Imaging place, and she's a secretary. She was a secretary. But yeah.
Still, it's definitely something worth keeping in mind. Ask around and see if anyone knows anything about Biodev Imaging.
So now that we know that the victim and one of the suspects worked at the same place, it's relevant to look into if perhaps the reason she died is related to her work. We don't know yet, but who knows. Okay, so Chance only got violent because the guy was her ex-boyfriend. So before, Miss Bergstrom told us that Chance had just thrown coffee at a guy for no reason, but it turns out that it was actually her ex-boyfriend who came to the coffee shop with his new girlfriend and was like, I'm breaking up with you, and then she threw coffee at him. So not as violent as we first thought she was. Turns out she threw hot coffee at him because he broke up with her.
Well, that makes a lot more sense than just attacking some random guy.
True.
But that doesn't change the fact that she has anger issues. Plus, things aren't exactly looking up for her right now.
Also true. What do you mean?
I examined the knife in Sarah's chest. It's an industry-grade kitchen knife, and it's part of the set.
Oh, so...
I'm willing to bet that the rest of the set is in the kitchen here.
That means that the knife came from the kitchen. That's... Yeah, no, he didn't insult her singing. That's what she said. Like, it had nothing to do with that. He just said she had unrealistic dreams, which is a little different, but... I mean, I suppose that's a way to, like, diss her, you know, like, you're not good enough at singing to become famous, that's unrealistic or something. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, who knows? You're saying that Chance is the one who killed Sarah?
No, I'm saying that whoever stabbed Sarah had access to the kitchen at some point in time.
Now remember, it isn't a given necessarily that it was chance. Like both Kisaki, there's a possibility that Kisaki or Miss Bergstrom could have slipped into the kitchen and taken the knife to frame chance. Because if you're gonna kill someone in your fucking coffee shop, it seems very suspicious to use the knives from the shop. Like, wouldn't that just make you look suspicious?
Why? Do you think she did it?
Do we think Chance did it? I don't know. What do you think? I said that I doubt it, because I think it's... So if my vision is correct, Sarah died by suffocation, not stabbing, but even so, the knife is still there. Maybe Chance did have a hand in this. And I answered, I doubt she had anything to do with this, because... who knows? I doubt it. But, I mean, we can answer whatever. What do you guys think? Because I doubt it. But, like, I do. And that's why I picked it. Not all of these, are, like, hinged on some kind of guide or anything, so... Yeah, right? Like, I doubt it. It seems a bit too... on the nose. But let's just say we don't think. Probably not. At the moment. At the current moment, we don't have any reason to think that Chance would do something like that. I doubt she had anything to do with this.
What makes you say that?
Well, if I were going to murder someone, I wouldn't do it at my workplace with a weapon only I have access to. It's ridiculous. I don't think Chance is that stupid, is what he's saying.
Good point, but she's obviously not the type for premeditated murder. If it's her, it was likely an impulsive decision.
That's also fair to assume, for sure.
If you can find a motive, then we'll be getting somewhere.
Alright. What should I say? Okay, so no one here recognizes the name Sarah Blackmore.
Well, naturally the killer is going to deny knowing her.
Fair.
But if no one here seems to recognize her, she probably didn't want to be known.
Interesting. So perhaps the victim is sus.
I wonder what she was hiding.
Gursky says she's sus. Okay, that's about it.
Keep digging.
That's what I'm gonna do, man. See ya. Bye.
Hey, detective.
Oh no. She's back. Huh, I mean, that's an interesting assumption, Frosty. I mean, great, the voice in my head is back. Oh, I don't know if you were here for that, Frosty, but someone's talking to us via telepathy.
It looks like you have the most freedom out of everyone right now.
We are free! Except we're not.
See if you can get a better look at the corpse. You might find something useful.
You do know that Gursky? Easy for you to say. Somehow I doubt Gursky will just let me waltz in there.
I'll try to set up a distraction for you.
What? That... okay. No, I don't know. It's like, we have magical powers, so I guess someone has a magical power that's like to speak in people's heads. I don't know. Great, a distraction like what? Blowing stuff up with your mind? It was a joke! Before I can think any more on the subject, a loud crash echoes from the coffee shop.
What happened?
Run! I don't know. It sounds pretty serious though.
Great. Just what I need.
Okay, well, thanks, random boys. I guess I were here for this one. Okay, run! Detective Gursky is currently in the main area because of that crash. If I move fast, I can probably get a quick peek at the crime scene again. Let's do. Okay, move. Move. Go. 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 Okay. I definitely don't have enough time to read the death, but I can still check the body for clues. Something was taken off her wrist, it seems. There's a tan line on Sarah's wrist, like she was wearing a watch or a bracelet or something. Maybe it came off when she was struggling against her attacker? Question mark? I look around the room some more, but I can't find any sign of whatever was on Sarah's wrist. The bathroom looks clean, and there are no signs of struggle at all. Weird. I certainly wouldn't just let someone stab me in the front without putting up some sort of fight. I really shouldn't stay here any longer. Okay. That's the cue. That's the cue to move. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. I head back into the hallway. Detective Gursky's still nowhere to be seen. Looks like I made it out safely. Whatever happened was enough of a distraction, I guess. Still, it bothers me that my mysterious benefactor seems to know what I'm up to. But only some of the time. If it were someone in here with me, then all of my movements would be readily obvious. But it seems more like someone who's getting regular reports on what I've been doing. Someone inside the coffee shop must be communicating with someone on the outside. I need to figure out who it is. I guess I'll have to keep an eye out for someone who's communicating with the outside world frequently.
Oh, there you are.
Here I am. Hey. Oh, who? Which one, Frosty? I can look it up for you.
Something wrong?
No, nothing. I was just trying to stay out of the way in case anything bad happened. What was that loud noise anyway?
It's just an accident.
It was Kisaki, huh? Oh, you mean the voice in his head? If you promise not to Google it, I'll just go find it for you. Just give me a second here. Just give me a second here. I'm just gonna post her. But I'm just gonna post it in the chat. But please don't go Googling before we post it. There we go. Just wanted to, but that's her name. Just an accident, huh? I see. An accident, huh? I wonder what caused it. Let's see if we can ask him. Oh, never mind.
Alright.
Let's just go. Oh no, yeah, no, the person speaking in her head, that's the name of the voice actor. But again, we might find the source of this voice later, so you probably shouldn't be Googling it. Well, fine, Momo. Just go spoil yourself, you little shh. I'm not gonna say bad word, sorry. Okay, let's just talk to people. Chance is sitting near me sending text on her phone. I wonder what she's saying. This area, blah, blah, okay. So that means that Chance is also talking to someone on the outside. Let's talk to Chance. Okay, so what do you know about biodev imaging?
I think they have something to do with medical stuff, but I'm not sure.
That seems reasonable to assume. What was that loud crash earlier?
Oh, that? I just dropped some dishes.
Damn.
I was cleaning up and that guy Kizaki offered to help. When I handed him a tray loaded with dishes, I let go before he had a good grip on it, so it fell.
Either of them is the cause of that. It's either Chance or Kizaki who did it then. The distraction, that is. Oh, she voices Shinya? No wait, Hat Kid. You mean from the game? Or the guy with the cap from Persona 5? Who are we talking about? I'm sorry, when I say Hat Kid, the first one I think about is the gamer guy from Persona 5, but that's probably not the one you mean. Okay.
Don't worry, nothing broke.
Oh, is that so, Momo? That's interesting. Nothing broke, okay.
Although it's weird, I really thought he had a grip on that tray, but it slipped anyway. It's almost like he did it on purpose.
Kisaki? What are you?
Although he's been acting pretty strange all day. Now that I think about it, I think he was watching that woman when she first came in.
By that woman, Chance means the victim, right?
As soon as she came in, he kept staring at her.
Yeah, Get Smoke. I thought it was Get Smoke Kid, but it's not him, isn't it? Yeah, there's a chance that Voice in Head is talking with Kisaki and told him to create a distraction. But we don't know if we don't know if she's good or bad. Like, we can't know for sure. She's talking in her head. Who knows? Like, who knows who that is?
At first I thought he was just being a teenage guy and staring at women, but looking back on it, it seems like he was observing her.
That's very suspicious, Kisaki.
Do you think I should have reported him?
No, it's not a crime to look at another person. I mean, fair. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Besides, didn't you say that the murderer has probably run away by now?
That's right. I guess I'm overthinking this. Thanks.
Thanks. that was a really, like, thanks, I hate it moment. Oh, from ahead in time. Okay, yes. Okay. Who are you texting?
Huh? Oh, my boyfriend.
Didn't he break up with you? My new
That was
boy.
a different boyfriend.
How many have you had? Okay. Right, sorry.
This one's a lot better. He's much smarter and he gives me anything I ask for.
She is a bit of a princess, isn't she?
Even if he's a little bit older than me, I still love him.
Oh. Sounds more like she picked up a sugar daddy rather than a boyfriend. Oh. Ow. Okay.
I'm telling him everything that happened today so he can comfort me and help me feel better.
That's a very bad idea. Wow. Are you sure it's okay to just tell him about it?
Of course it is. I wouldn't be able to stay this calm otherwise.
What do you mean? Is she straight? Of course she... I mean, I don't know if she's straight, but I mean, she's dating a guy. Yeah, but you're kind of at a crime scene. I'm fairly certain the police wouldn't want you broadcasting the details of a murder before they even solve it. Yeah. Don't you think you're being a little too reliant on him? You're making it sound like you can't cope on your own.
You'll understand one day when you get a girlfriend of your own.
I think you're being toxic, Chance. What?
You've never dated anyone before, have you?
Oh, that's a smug face. Oh, jeez. Well, no, but...
Then you don't know what it's like.
Damn it, I can't say anything back. Fair enough. So she's definitely telling someone about everything going on in here, but somehow I doubt her boyfriend is the one giving me random hints. I suppose I should keep looking. Alright. I guess that's all.
Okay.
Bye. Let's talk to Kisaki. What do you know about biodev imaging?
Biodev? That's a biological engineering company, isn't it?
More than I expected.
They specialize in body parts like artificial hearts and lungs and such.
Huh.
But lately they've expanded their research to trying to grow replacement organs from living cells.
You're right, because I have a boyfriend. Wow, you sure know a lot.
No. I just happen to know about them because they're a big deal at my school.
Huh, okay.
They funded a good portion of the biomedical engineering program there, so their name is all over the place.
Interesting. What was that loud crash earlier?
Oh, that? Well, I didn't have anything to do, so I decided to help Chance clean up the place. She handed me a tray loaded with dishes, and it was a lot heavier than I thought, so I kinda dropped it.
That's all for now.
Alright then.
Kind of suspicious, but... what do you know about biodev imaging?
Plenty, seeing as I work there.
Fair.
We're a medical group that creates artificial organs.
So that's corroborating Kisaki's story. I mean, not...
There's a huge demand for organ implants, but there are very few available donors, and compatibility is always an issue. We make things like artificial lungs and bionic hearts.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
It's more than impressive. We're saving lives.
Like, she doesn't seem like a bad person. I don't know, man. This is hard. What was that loud crash earlier?
Just those two kids dropping a pile of dishes all over the floor. Honestly, it gave me such a fright. I thought my heart was about to leap out of my chest. It's a miracle that no one was hurt. I noticed that boy pushed the girl out of the way just in time. He has some quick reflexes.
It's sounding more and more like Kisaki was the one who did that. He knew it was gonna happen. But everyone is sus but Gursk. Okay, and you think... Yeah. So you think it's Gursk. Okay.
Good to know.
Good to know. Okay, Miss Bergstrom is working away on her smartphone, firing off one email after another. She must be pretty serious about her job. I don't know if we can get, but yeah. And we know already that Kisaki, so everyone. Is there anything else? Nope.
Okay.
I guess we gotta move.
Hey, detective. I heard you were asking around about someone named Sarah Blackmore.
Oh, thank you, voice. Well, I'm pretending I don't know, so that like I'm kind of like throwing the darts in everyone's direction for all of you. You know? But yeah, it seems like Bergstrom is kind of like maybe she's starting to see us from a like, okay, like we asked about her job and it's like told her that she was doing really cool stuff and she was like, oh hey, this kid might be less bad than I thought or something, you know. But okay, thank you, thank you, voice, for telling me about Sarah Blackmore.
She's the victim, isn't she? I did some research and it looks like she has an interesting history.
Oh really?
In fact, I think I know why she was killed.
Huh.
The rumors among various sources say she's a corporate spy. She steals and sells top secret information. There are a lot of big name companies after her for what she's done. Her last job was at Otten Engineering, a company that specializes in growing organs from living cells.
That is highly suspicious. Organs from living cells. Isn't that what biodev imaging is working on? Uh-oh, I see a pattern.
She resigned recently, saying she was pursuing a new direction in her life, but I'm guessing it's only because she obtained whatever information she was looking for.
Oh, it's okay, Momo. Thank you. Bye. Oh, shit.
If she was supposed to meet up with someone to hand over information, she should have it with her, probably on a secure USB.
So she had an USB on her.
It'll likely be disguised as something else that she can always keep on her person, like a keychain. If you can find it, you'll probably have your murderer.
I guess I'll have to keep an eye out for something that looks like a disguised USB drive. Like, that'll be easy. I can't help but feel uneasy about this though. My mysterious information source is being very generous. Somehow, I don't think this person is just doling out information for free. There must be an ulterior motive. Indeed. But let's talk to our man. Grisk. Okay. Chance says that Kisaki was watching Sarah.
Watching her? Like a stalker or something?
So that means that now Kisaki is definitely starting to look a little suspicious. If he knew about who she was, and that's why he was following her? Who knows? I guess?
I wonder why she didn't mention this before.
She said she just remembered.
Interesting. If he was watching her, then he probably knows something. But since he came here first, he must have been expecting her to come here.
Yeah, that's also really suspicious. If he came in before the victim, that means that he would be expecting her, so... That is very suspicious. Indeed.
That means she definitely came here to meet someone. Try to find out how he knows about that.
Time to grill the baby. How will I figure that out?
Why don't you just ask him?
What do you mean, why do you... Really?
I get the feeling you'll get something interesting if you ask.
Gersk, do you know something I don't? I think Sarah is a corporate spy.
Really? What makes you think that?
I did some research on her. Just a hunch seems stupid. So let's just, you know, everyone has access to phones here. Let's just do that. I did some research. I did some research on her. I borrowed Kisaki's computer and looked her up online.
And?
She used to work at Otten Engineering, a company that specialized in growing organs from cells. And biodev imaging is currently trying to expand to do the same thing. She just resigned from Otten Engineering and now she's working for biodev imaging? You yourself said she was just a secretary, so clearly she's not working for these companies because she has a specific skill set needed for this line of work. She's probably after something biodev imaging has.
That's one possibility.
One possibility?
The key here is to figure out who she's working for.
Indeed.
For instance, she could have been working for Biodev Imaging by stealing information from Auden Engineering. If it's like that, then this could be a move by Auden Engineering to retrieve information before it winds up with Biodev Imaging. Or, conversely, she could have been working for Auden Engineering and stealing information from Biodev Imaging.
Yeah. So this is where it gets kind of suspicious.
In that case, anyone from Biodev Imaging now becomes a primary suspect.
So that means that Bergstrom possibly time to grill a bit. That Bergstrom possibly has maybe a motive.
Of course, that doesn't rule out other motives, but this seems like the most logical one.
Well, I mean, isn't
Corporations
Kisaki
like this
kind
are
of baby?
cutthroat at best. It's always a race to see who can get results the fastest so they can get a larger market share or government grants. Rather than work together, they do whatever it takes to get ahead of the competition.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And when they can't be vindicated through lawsuits and manipulation of the laws, they'll resort to darker practices. Looks like it's time to learn more about Auden Engineering.
Ooh. Research. Thank you, Gursk. Goodbye.
I see.
So, let's just move back and do more talking, I guess. Well, maybe we should, just to be sure. Let's just... We can't go in with the dead body, maybe we can go here. Examine. Oh! That's a new one. Okay, so I look under the counter and dig around for the trash. Holy shit! There's a lot of duct tape in here. It looked like there's a bit of red paint stuck to one of the pieces. At least I think it's red paint. There's also a brown smudge on it. So this is the red paint ish thing that he's referring to, and this is the brown smudge, which is definitely blood. I better not touch any of this. If I leave my fingerprints on it, I'm sunk. Okay. Can we tell Gursk about this? Yeah, I found a lot of duct tape in the garbage can in the men's room. But now we know. Yeah, so now we know that's probably the murder weapon, right? She was like, they duct tape over her mouth. Yeah, a whole bunch of it, like someone used it and dumped it there.
Perhaps the killer used it to restrain Sarah.
I mean, from our knowledge, we're pretty sure that it's probably used to suffocate her. Or, conversely, it was something that she was used to restrain her, and then the person strangled her with their hand. Just one of the two, right? But, yeah, so I don't really have more I can tell you.
Keep digging.
Yeah. I actually knew about the duct tape, I just wasn't sure. I thought it was in the ladies' restroom, but it makes sense. I was just waiting for that. Alright, let's just take it again from the top. Chance. What do you know about Auden Engineering?
Is it a car company?
I mean, that makes sense, right? Because Auto in German is car. It's pretty fun. Never mind. That's enough.
Talk to you later then.
Alright. So, why were you following Sarah around? Just... Okay, so sorry, I'm just making sure to check stuff here. So I'm sure I'm on the right path. What? Well, no! Like, you've got to imagine at this point the blood has dried and it's not that much. Like, and he can't get too close to it because if he touches it, boo-boo, you know? And he's wearing short sleeves, like, he wouldn't be able to, like, cover his hand with his sleeve. So yeah, why were you following Sarah around? Yeah, exactly, like, he can't afford to, like, get too close to this shit. He's already in hot water, you know?
What? I wasn't following her. We just happened to come in here at the same time.
I swear to God, Kisaki, you're the worst liar. Strange. When I mentioned her name earlier, you didn't even know who she was. God damn it. Such a bad... Okay. Looks like I've gotten cornered, so keep pushing or play nice. Let's try to get some info out of him. So if you tell me what happened, maybe I can help you.
I'm really not allowed to talk about it.
What the fuck does that mean? Why can't you talk about Sarah? Kisaki glances around the room before he speaks.
It's not safe. I'm probably already in trouble just for telling you that much.
Who the fuck are you? Like this makes him seem really suspicious, right? Because does he know about the corporate spy thing? He leans in and lowers his voice.
Please, be careful.
If you think I'm going to let it end with your stat, you're wrong. Yeah, exactly. But then again, he couldn't touch it because then his prints would get on it, you know. Anyways, in case you haven't noticed, someone is dead, and you might have information that can help us figure out who the killer is. I'm not going to accept some ridiculous answer like, I can't talk about it right now.
But I...
College guy? No excuse. No excuses. I grab Kisaki by the collar of his shirt and drag him to the side into the side hallway.
Whoa, where are you two going?
The bathroom. I don't know, but it seems like he's taking him there to like beat the shit out of him. It's hilarious. I glare at Kisaki and he nods quickly in agreement.
Yeah, just going to the bathroom.
That face makes it worse. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
You're going in a pair? I thought only women did that sort of thing.
Shh! Gersk! Shh, shh, shh. Just let us go.
Fine, go ahead.
Oh, you think Kisaki's the spy?
Just don't do anything stupid. I don't have enough handcuffs for everyone.
Warning, duly noted. I'm only gonna rough him up a little bit. It's okay, it's fine. We're good. I open the door to the bathroom and Kisaki follows me in timidly.
I'm not allowed.
Not allowed? Someone is dead, Kisaki. Do you not comprehend this? I don't care if you have some embarrassing secret, or you made a promise, or it's a matter of pride, or anything like that. All I care about is figuring out who killed this woman. So stop being stubborn and just tell me what you know. Are you going to talk or not? Kisaki stares down at his hands before letting out a long sigh.
Otten Engineering.
Uh-huh. What about him?
They're my current employer.
Oh shit. So, like, this seals it, right? It's either him or Bergstrom. Who do we trust? Current?
I work for an agency that specializes in information and investigation. I suppose you could call us private investigators.
I mean, I don't know if he's the voice in her head. I mean, that it's not the same voice.
Sarah Blackmore recently stole some sensitive and important data from Otten Engineering. We were hired to retrieve it and find out who was buying it from her in the first place.
Oh shit. Dun dun dun, yeah.
We figured the drop point would be here, so I came here ahead of time to watch the handoff.
And then she died. Okay.
At first, I thought you were supposed to be her contact, so I didn't want to tell you anything.
Does Detective Gursky know about this?
I think he has a rough idea. Our agency has had dealings with the police before. I don't think he approves of our methods very much, though.
Or this is kind of a do we trust him or not, right? Methods.
Well, we may or may not use techniques branded as unscrupulous. Specifically concerning the manner in which we receive certain information from various electronic sources.
So, listening devices? So you're a hacker? I mean, hackers could also be it.
What? No, of course not.
Oh, really not?
Well, I'm not at least.
That doesn't help.
I'm the footwork guy. I do a lot of the physical investigation, like coming here today.
Was it really a good idea to hire the guy who's really bad at lying as like the footwork guy? That seems a bad idea. I suppose your agency is really in a state of panic right now, huh?
Yeah, we're really scrambling right now. Even though Sarah's dead, we still don't know who she was selling to or where the USB drive holding the information is.
So that means that he didn't take the USB drive. Seems like everyone's after that USB drive. I wonder what she even stole anyway. Must be a pretty big deal for people to want it this badly.
Can I go now?
What?
I really should get back. People might start getting suspicious otherwise.
Like you're beating the shit out of me or something. Sure, you can go.
Thanks.
Bye. Wow, what an odd kid. He seems much too polite and awkward for this line of work. I know. Then again, I suppose his awkwardness makes him seem less suspicious, or more suspicious depending on how you look at it. I wonder how he even got roped into doing stuff like this in the first place. It doesn't seem like something he'd randomly volunteer for. The bathroom is surprisingly clean and blah blah blah. Here's just all that. Good, good. Can we say something to Gersk? Nope.
Keep digging.
Bye, Gersk. Let's move back to the main area.
Hey, can we talk about something for a bit?
Sure. Event triggered. Sure, what's up?
Well, I don't really know if it's my place to say it, but I think I know who the killer is.
Oh, really? Is it you? You do?
I've been thinking about what happened, you see, and there's something we missed.
You see? I don't know why, but I think whenever whenever someone in anything says like you see, I don't know why I think that's so funny.
We keep thinking that it has to be someone here, but what if it's none of us?
Fair point. What do you mean?
Well, even though I got here at 2 o'clock, what if the killer got here before me? He could have been hiding in the bathroom and I'd never know it. There's an exit door in the men's room. He could have used that to escape after he killed that woman.
That's what we were thinking earlier, but at the same time it seems a little far-fetched that the killer is just a random person who hid in the bathroom. Which you know what, Chance? It's a bit iffy. I don't think so. I think it's someone here. I think that's a bit iffy. I don't...
So you think that someone here is the killer then?
Well, no, I mean, I guess so. I mean, the only real evidence I can think of is the USB drive. I guess I'm just assuming that whoever took it will be here. Oh shit. That was really dumb. We should not have said that. There's nothing. I'm so worn out I'm not even thinking straight.
Would you like another latte? I can brew one for you.
Yes, please.
Coming right up.
Chance hurries off, and soon I hear the whirring of the coffee machine. That sound is really loud, like that sound effect specifically. Like, all of the other ones are fine, but that one...
Here you go. I hope you like it.
Thank you. As I drink deeply, I can feel my muscles relaxing. He's really a coffee addict, like holy shit. I sit down in a nearby chair and lean back to enjoy my drink, but for some reason I feel a little unbalanced. I try to sit up, but my muscles don't respond. What? Chance stares at me impassively as I struggle to sit up straight. It's becoming harder to breathe.
Pity. I was hoping you'd figure out who the murderer was so that the police wouldn't dig around too much and find out about that. But it looks like you're the one who learned too much in the end.
I feel so lightheaded. Good
night, Tiger.
Dun dun dun! That's the bad ending. I'm sorry. I've been going from the start trying to get that ending. Do you know how hard it was to be like, no. So the key here is that we actually... The thing is that we didn't build up enough trust with Chance, essentially. Like, and we accidentally told her about that fucking USB drive. Anyways, I'm gonna have to load, and we're just gonna try to go... Yeah, Tiger. That's interesting, right? Why does he call him that? Does she know who he is? Question mark. Okay. And annoyingly, we have to go all of the way back here to make the right choices. So I'm just gonna kind of like go through it. So here is when we are meeting everyone, right? So let's just try to get through this as quick as possible. So now Gursky has walked off to talk to Miss Bergstrom, so in here instead we talk to Chance. Moral story is don't interrupt, but yeah. So now we talk to her instead. So let's just do this and then we can skip for stuff. She looks up and notices that I'm looking in her direction.
Surreal, isn't it?
Just gonna be sure. So now we get this part earlier. Remember that we had this conversation but just at a later point. Huh.
Knowing you're in the same building as a dead body, I mean.
She smiles apologetically at me.
By the way, my name's Chance.
Thank you. Chance, that sounds like such a fake name. So we all know this stuff. So we can just kind of like... So we just skip because we've already went through this. So we just need to get to the same point again. So this is all Irrelevant. So here we need to basically just choose to talk to her. So I'm just gonna go through it because we've all been through this. So there's no need to So let's just do the "Are you in college" one so we can see what he says instead. Are you in college?
Yeah, but I'm only a part-time student. Even community college is expensive.
Interesting.
I have to keep a part-time job just to stay afloat.
So this is where we hear about that job thing, right? What do you do?
It's kind of hard to explain. I guess you could say I'm a sort of errand boy?
So this is quite interesting knowing what we know, right? Like,
I do odd jobs, fetch things, occasionally make tea for my boss. Stuff like that.
who's your boss? I want to know who your boss is. Okay. So let's just skip. Skip. Okay, and then I just thought about it. You won't think that. We just need to skip, make her like us, blah blah blah. Alright. Here we go. I just need to make sure. Okay, so now we are about to, if I recall, talk to Gersk. Yeah, so here we heard that thing about Sarah. That was the conversation where he was like, she works at Biodev Imaging. Yeah, let's keep going. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Keep digging.
Yeah, okay, so let's just like go. So I think we need to talk to everyone here first. You got changed.
Yeah, I called my manager and
Yeah, we all know that. And here. Yeah, okay, bye. See you, Frosty. So here we told her. So here we told her nothing in particular, and that's one of the triggering things for this we can see this ending. So instead here we will tell her the truth and say he just wanted me to tell him if I'd learned anything from talking to you.
what did you tell him?
Nothing, really. It's not like you said you were the killer or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just kind of go through this again. Because we need all of this information to tell to Gursky. Yeah, do you know what Miss Bergstrom does? Oh! So here is when, as we said before, so here is when Chance tells us that Sarah worked for Biodev Imaging. Or sorry, not Sarah. Bergstrom works for Biodev Imaging. And just like, the victim worked there too! Can't be a coincidence. This is just new. That's why we can skip. So why did your manager? That was the thing about the milk that she forgot to buy and her dad got angry. She does not know Sarah. Blah blah.
Alright.
Bye. Let's talk to Kisaki. So here was when he was getting. So let's just fuck around and be like, does he have a reason to arrest you?
What? No, of course not. I was just saying.
That's. His face flushes red as if he's terribly embarrassed to even think about being arrested. He must be one of those good kids who always follows the rules and never gets in trouble. Enviable. He's so Kyle is so edgy. I'm sorry, I'm just calling him Kyle right now. Let's just go for it. So we're just asking them all of these questions, that's all.
Alright then.
Bye. And then she does not, okay, I want to prove I'm innocent. We'll just keep going with that. So, did you notice anything suspicious about Chance? Uh-oh. I think I might have effed up. Oh my god. You kidding me, right? No. No, wait. I think, wait.
I can't really say. I assume the whole. He only.
Sorry.
Why? What do you?
I forgot. This is so convenient.
Sometimes I get this. I'm afraid. Then
Wait a minute.
it looked like Detective Gursky. Is everything okay?
Here we go, sorry.
It looked like...
This is really convenient.
I guess I'm just worried he's gonna...
Okay, and sorry, it's because... I have to pick the specific ones. I'm glad I checked that, because otherwise I would have had to, like, go all the way back. Okay. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm on track. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
The girl who works here?
Yeah, okay, so here she... Da-da-da-da-da. We just need to get back to the point we were at before. I'm so sorry. Gomenasai. Okay, let's go. I love you. Goodbye. Okay. Want to prove I'm innocent. This is where the other...
I always wash my hands first.
You know anyone who's there like one? Okay, end conversation. Okay, so now we should move to Gursk and talk to him. Talk to Gursk. No one here has an alibi. Bergstrom works for Biodev. Kisaki seems blah blah blah. Chance has anger issues. No one knows who Sarah is. Go. I am so sorry. Like, okay, I have a guide up because I don't want this to take any longer than it. Like, we're already pushing 2.5 hours, so I don't want to. Yeah, like right now, everyone. Okay, so here we ask, do you like your job here? Just making sure. Do you like your job here? And that was the guy, the thing about her ex-boyfriend, right? Okay. Nothing to ask her.
Okay.
And was there anything to ask anyone else? Do you really come here that often? This is where he tells us that he remembers the menu perfectly. And has a weirdly Japanese reaction. So here we ask her about the organ stuff, whatever.
I see.
Goodbye. Love you. And we talked to him again. Gursk! This Bergstrom was really evasive about her job. Chance only got violent because it was her ex-boyfriend. And we doubt she had anything to do with this. For now. Maybe. She's suspicious, but perhaps she isn't a murderer. Yeah, goodbye. I love you. Okay, so let's go back again. Maybe we should.
Hey, detective.
Oh shit. Now it's the voice time. We're at the distraction again. Okay, and now we move to the ladies' restroom and we examine it. And this was where we found out that she had that thing on her wrist. Examine one more. And like it was the thing on her wrist. That was what we needed to figure out, and we saw that. So let's run. And Gursk didn't suspect a thing. Okay, still going. Go go go. So now we should probably like move back. Again, we should move to the men's restroom, probably. Doesn't seem like we can find that yet. Okay, let's look back to the main area. So let's talk to Chance. What is Biodev imaging? What was that loud crash? Blah, blah, blah. Who are you texting? That was her boyfriend. Probably should be telling him shit, but it's fine.
Talk to you later then.
Yeah, I'll see you. Don't kill me this time. What do you know about Biodev imaging? You should know a lot, right? What's that loud crash? Da da da. And combo, that's all.
Cool.
Cool. See ya. What do you know? A lot since she works there. And something about broken plates? Probably his fault. Goodbye.
I hope it helped.
It really did. Thank you. Let's keep going.
Hey, detective. I heard you were asking around about someone named Sarah Blackmore.
So here turns out she was a spa. Okay, let's talk to him. So did you know that there's an emergency exit in the men's room? Chance says that Kisaki was watching Sarah, maybe like a stalker, but we already know what that is. Sarah's a corporate spy. Let's just say. Yeah, so here this doesn't matter, but I did some research. Let's just say. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you, goodbye.
Keep digging.
I will keep digging, sir. So here we find this. Da 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 da. There's a speck of what looks like red paint and blood, probably. Alright, back to the main area. I am sorry that I have to go, but I just... Okay. So, yeah, no, oh, I'm sorry, Frosty, I don't know if you were here, but I was going for the bad ending first, which is the ending where you accidentally tell Chance that you are, looking for the USB, and she kills you in response. We don't know why Chance knows about the USB, but that seems to confirm that every single person in this coffee shop has something to do, possibly, with Sarah. Bergstrom works at the same company. Kisaki is spying on her for Auden Engineering, it seems. And Chance knows about the USB for whatever reason. So, this doesn't necessarily confirm that Chance killed him, like killed her, but she did kill the protagonist at least once. So, okay, what do you know about Auden Engineering? She thinks it's a car company. It's fine, whatever. She's probably playing dumb at this point. Let's be real. Why were you following Sarah? So here we are. If you tell me what happened, maybe I can help you. And here's where we grill him. We grill the baby about Sarah, and he tells us that he was spying on her for Auden Engineering because she stole from them. So that means she was probably trying to sell the information to Biodev Imaging. So that means that her buyer might also have been her kid. Either Kisaki did it, and he's like being really sneaky about it, or yeah, who knows. I found a lot of duct tape. Let's just get that out of the way.
Duct tape?
Yes.
I see.
Goodbye.
Hey, can we talk about something for a bit?
Okay, so here was when we stopped last time. This is where the bad ending triggers. Sure, what's up?
Well, I don't really know if it's my place to say it, but I think I know who the killer is.
Okay, so you want to hear something funny? I actually got the bad ending the first time because I disagreed with Chance here, and I think that that's like the decisive choice for whether or not you die here. Because I was like, no, I think it's someone here. You know, I was playing the visual novel strats, right? And then she killed me, and I was like, what? Okay, you do?
I've been thinking about what happened, you see, and there's something we missed.
You see?
We keep thinking that it has to be someone here, but what if it's none of us?
Okay. What do you mean?
Well, even though I got here at 2 o'clock, what if the killer got here before me? He could have been hiding in the bathroom and I'd never know it. There's an exit door in the men's room. He could have used that to escape after he killed that woman.
This is what we were thinking earlier, but at the same time it seems a little far-fetched that the killer is just a random person who hid in the bathroom. And here you say, that's a good idea, you're probably right, Chance. Clap, clap. Just do not. I'm just double checking because I do not want to die again. That's a good idea, you're probably right. Chance gets a criticism, basically. He's just killed us. That's a good idea, you're probably right.
I'm glad you think so. I was worried that it might not make any sense.
Like, because basically here we're just not telling her anything unnecessary. Like, our big mistake was mentioning that fucking USB drive. That's what made her kill. Okay, now we're back on track. Now I'm back on track. So now let's just talk to people and keep going. Great. So, oh, let's see if there's anything we can ask people before we go. Okay, Kisaki. What do you know about Auden Engineering? You're so smart, Chance. Please don't touch me.
They're the leaders in the industry, but some people claim they steal ideas from other companies.
Oh, this was about Auden Engineering, yes. And here, now we know he works for Auden Engineering.
On the flip side, Auden Engineering has claimed repeatedly that other companies steal from them.
So this is a bit of a very, whatchamacallit, very confusing situation. We don't know for sure who's stealing
In
from
fact,
who.
they were just about to make a pretty big announcement, but it was suddenly pushed back for some reason.
Yes, Chance does not want the info about that USB to be known to the police, but that doesn't confirm that she killed Sarah. But if she did kill Sarah, that would mean that she has the USB. We need to figure out what was that USB disguised as, and who has it. You know? And it could really be anyone, because if you think about Chance, right? Yeah, again, she could have actually sedated the main character in the beginning, but let's just go over the facts. If we think about Chance, she had the opportunity, she went to change, so she could have taken the USB and hid it somewhere. On the flip side, the two other people could also be carrying it on them. For instance, for Kisaki, he has tons of pockets. And I'm sure that Miss Bergstrom could have also hidden it somewhere on her person. You know, you don't know how... You know, like, she could, like... It could be anything, that's the thing. Like, it could be anything. It could be in his glasses. We don't know. Aw, I'm glad to hear that, Frosty. And happy birthday. I hope you have a good day. Okay. So, they were about to make an announcement, but it was pushed back. Interesting.
Personally, I think they're just a target of criticism because they're the biggest. They may not be perfect, but they're no worse than any other company. Interesting.
But you've got to consider that he works for Auden Engineering, so he's very biased. But we don't know if we can trust Kisaki yet. So either like we trust him and we're like, this is probably true. And this also would coincide with what we know so far, that Auden Engineering is the real deal and Biodev Imaging stole from them. Possibly. Or it's the other way around. We don't know right now. It depends on who we trust, you know? Okay, thank you.
Alright then.
Okay, so let's see what Miss Bergstrom has to say about Auden Engineering. This is probably not going to be very positive, considering that she works for their competitor.
Those 2-bit scientists? They couldn't deduce their way out of a paper bag.
Oh wow, I pretend to be surprised that this is her reaction.
Everyone in the industry knows that all they do is manipulate the government to make laws and hand out grants in their favor.
She does not like them.
If they spent half the time they spend on bribing politicians on doing something useful like research, they'd probably have the cure for cancer by now.
I see you're not a fan. She's shiny and shuichi, huh? Interesting.
Companies like Biodev Imaging are trying to do some real good, but we have to keep playing games with Auden Engineering just to get a place on the map.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to speak over her. Yeah, so she's obviously just Team Biodev, which makes sense because she works for them. Like, even if this is a lie, she has to say this.
It's utterly ridiculous.
Headcanon accepted. That's pretty cool. Well, okay. That's all I need for now.
I hope it helped.
It really did. Let's go to Gursk. Gursk, I have news. I've heard mixed reviews about Auden Engineering. That's one way to sum it up. Yeah, mixed reviews.
How so?
Miss Bergstrom claims that they do nothing more than manipulate laws and bribe politicians. She's clearly not impressed by their business practices.
No surprise there, she has a major stake in a rival company after all.
My thoughts exactly, Gursk.
What about the others?
Kisaki says that Auden Engineering has come under fire from stealing from other companies, but they claim they're the ones being stolen from.
Naturally. And what does Chance think about all of this?
She thinks they're a car company.
Oh.
That's a good... Oh. Let's just hear that.
Oh.
That's a good one. Yeah. Well, I don't really have more I can tell you.
I see.
You're gonna give me something to do? I was trying to... Okay. Miss Bergstrom is working away on her smartphone, firing off one email after another. She must be pretty serious about her job. Very small, comfortable, nice lighting and clean atmosphere. Nothing here. Let's just...
Talk to you later then.
Okay, so let's just make sure that we have everything. That's all.
Cool.
Oh, who are you emailing? Like, this is the kind of stuff that gets a little confusing, but who are you emailing? Okay.
Why do you want to know?
I'm just curious. I'm kind of surprised you're still working at a time like this.
The world doesn't stop spinning just because one person died.
That's so cold. Yikes, that's a cold up. That's a yikes for me. Oh damn. Even if it is accurate. Like, I find it funny because I think she's like kind of the closest to the protagonist, because he's like cold. Like he's one cold motherfucker. Like, chance time. keep thinking about it. I don't know.
If you must know, I'm emailing some partners in Germany, finishing a draft of a new policy for some of my coworkers, and rearranging my schedule to make up for a meeting I'm missing right now.
Seriously, man, she hasn't... You sound busy.
I am. So, if you could leave me alone, I'd really appreciate it.
I don't know. Right, sorry. Well, she's definitely writing a lot, she clearly isn't paying any attention to anything that's going on here. I suppose Miss Business isn't the one spying on me. Better keep looking. Okay. So now I think that's all I need.
It helped.
It really did, thank you. I think we just... Kisaki's still working on his computer. Does this guy ever take a break from homework? He keeps pausing. It looks more like he's chatting on an instant messenger. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go talk to him. Who are you chatting with? Kisaki?
Who?
Yes, who?
My sister?
Okay. a surprisingly tame answer. Your sister?
Yeah, she and I are really close, so I always go to her for advice.
Sister reveal! Oh, I'll see you, Frosty.
I just needed someone to talk to. It's not weird, is it?
Of course not. It makes sense that you want to talk to family when something like this happens.
Do you have a sister too?
Not exactly. That's a strange way to answer that question.
Not exactly. So are you an only child then?
My sister died 3 years ago. Ouch! Ouch!
I'm so sorry.
That would be my reaction too. Ouch. It's fine. It's not like it was your fault or anything.
If it's not too personal a question, can I ask what happened?
She was shot once in the chest. She died of a collapse long before the paramedics arrived. If any of you guys remember, do you remember that monologue in the beginning that showed like a girl who was lying on the floor with a bullet wound in her chest? That was probably his sister, don't you think? That's what I think, anyways. Yes, I'll see you. Frosty, bye. Bye. I'm waving, you can't see me. Goodbye. I'll see you. But yeah, so that must, in the beginning, that must have, and that's why he had that edgy ass monologue. Like, I mean, who wouldn't react like that? That's sad.
Did they ever catch the guy who shot her?
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, same. Just forget I said anything, okay? Alright. That's all for now.
Alright then.
And we already know that Chance was texting her boyfriend. Finally learning more about Kai. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I just want to say, at this point... Yeah, that's also... but I just want to say, at this point in the story, because I think this is really cool, part of the, like, authorial intent with this whole story is that your protagonist is the biggest mystery of them all, you know? You're solving all of these cases, but you don't even know who you are, kind of. And I think that's really cool. Just cool. Okay. Gersk! I have... Oh, no, not you. I don't really have more I can tell you.
Keep digging.
Wait. Mean Gersk. Mean... Oh! Ah. What are you doing? Oh, I guess you can't use the women's bathroom. Never mind. As I enter the bathroom, I nearly run into Miss Bergstrom. I'm sorry.
No. It's fine.
Miss Bergstrom shifts uncomfortably and fiddles with her watch for a moment. A watch, huh? What are you doing in here anyway?
Well, I had to use the restroom, and the women's one is off limits, naturally.
Fair.
Don't worry, I'm done.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
I suppose it depends on the question.
That's a very smart way of answering this. You are very business. I was just wondering why you decided to work for biodev imaging. It seems like it's really important to you.
When I was younger, my father passed away due to heart failure.
Dead people everywhere!
It was genetic, and there was nothing we could do to stop it.
That's sad.
I wished there was a way to save him, but there wasn't any viable technology at the time. I work for biodev imaging because we're doing things for people. We're saving lives.
That's good to hear.
If no one else has to go through what I went through, I'll be happy.
Like, she really doesn't seem like that bad of a person, you know?
But even though we're doing our best, big companies like Otten Engineering are only in it for the money.
And it's like, this could also kind of explain why her view of Auden is so skewed. Perhaps she was, like, I don't know.
I can't stand those greedy people who have nothing but their own interests at heart.
Interesting.
I will never forgive them.
That sounds like a motive. She sighs sadly and shakes her head.
I suppose that's just how the business world works, though. Kill or be killed, no?
I don't know, man. Okay. So, she didn't. Gersk! I just
Alright.
I just want to talk to Gersk, but he doesn't want to talk to me. Okay, let's just see. Can we ask anyone anything?
Talk to you later then.
Just don't kill me, Chance. I like you. Please, do not hurt me. Can we talk to her again? No? What am I...
I hope it helped.
Is there something in... I'm oh god. Okay, so victim was stabbed in the chest. Vision so victim suffocating. No. I'm a little stuck right now.
Hey, detective.
Oh! Never mind. I'm not stuck anymore. Oh hey, the disembodied voice is back. It's been a while. I was starting to get worried. Like he's really having the sass with this one.
I'm afraid I don't have much more I can offer you. You're on the inside, so you have all the keys. I know
Endgame
you've seen
hype.
more than the rest of us can see. Try to remember. The last piece of the puzzle is there.
Alright.
Good luck.
Oh, it was...
I know you've seen more
Yeah,
than the
so
rest
then
of us
try to
can see.
remember the last
Try
piece
to
of the
remember
puzzle
good
is there.
luck.
Good luck. Okay. Good luck, that's it? I'm not sure whether or not I should be offended that my mystery friend seems to have ditched me. But the truth is that even if I only have a fragment of Sarah's death, it's a lot more than anything else we've got right now. I shut my eyes and focus on the last thoughts that Sarah had. I can't breathe. I can't open my mouth. There's something on my face. It's stopping me from breathing. Is it a gag? No, it's actually holding my mouth shut. It's tape. I can smell it. The flower scent in the bathroom is strong, but it smells like duct tape. I twist my hands, but they're also taped together. And there's someone here with me. Someone holding me down while I'm struggling. I can feel fingernails digging deep into my skin. One of them bends as it digs into me. I twist around and I can feel it snap against my skin. Duh. That's it! That's the missing piece. I rush to the bathroom and quickly look into the trash can. Sure enough, there it is, stuck to the pile of duct tape. The thing I thought was a bit of red paint is actually a broken fingernail. The smudge next to it must be blood. I have my proof. I know who the killer is. But I need to speak with Detective Gursky. Yes. I head back into the hallway, but he's nowhere to be found. Gursk! Have you been killed? I can hear his voice. Oh shit. I find Detective Gursky in the main area, taking down everyone's contact information. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it has to be either Chance or Bergstrom. Like, Kisaki has his hands in his pockets, so I guess you can't... No, he isn't wearing nails. Wait a minute. He isn't wearing nails, never mind. Detective!
Whoa.
KG!
Hey, I'm just getting everyone's number so we can call you later on.
No need for that, I figured it out. I cracked the case, sir!
Really?
Really? All the eyes in the room were suddenly focused on me.
What?
You mean you know who the killer is?
Yes, I do.
You figured it out?
Yeah. Well, I figured out the major bits at least. Oh, shit. I right-clicked on accident, sorry.
Well, you're going to need to fill in the gaps before you try to sell this as the absolute truth, but I'm willing to listen.
Let's go over what we know, starting with the timeline. You arrived around noon, so you were here before everyone else.
Okay, so now we confirmed. We are the first person here. Okay, so we were here around noon, and then we fell asleep. Gursky's done Jack. Like, Gursky's done nothing. He's done nothing. Like, right.
Of the rest of the people here, who arrived at the coffee shop first?
Okay, so if you think back, who arrived first? Do you guys remember? Ah, okay. It was Chance. I need to stop clicking here because then you guys can see what the right answer. So it was Chance who arrived first, because if you recall, she arrived around 2, and she was there to see the victim arriving. And Kisaki and Miss Bergstrom. Yeah, Chance was the first one there. Alright. It was Chance. Yeah, okay, so you came in around 2 to work, right?
Sure did.
Sure did.
Alright, who came in after her?
So, we remember who came last. And that was Miss Bergstrom. Who came last, right? So, who came first, Kisaki or the victim? Do you remember that? Like, of these remaining 3. I just want to see how much you guys have been following. Because I know the answer. I mean, I have the guide up, and I've played this game at least twice before this, so... Do you remember what Chance said about Kisaki? She said that he was watching her. Yeah. It was Kisaki who came in next because he was watching her, but he arrived before her because he was there to figure out who Sarah was meeting with. So he came in after. It was Kisaki. And then by process of elimination, he even saw Chance cleaning all the espresso machines after she argued with her manager.
That's right. The manager sounded pretty angry with her. He said she messes up like this too often.
Yeah, okay, so basically, Kisaki, when we grilled him about it, he said that he was spying on Sarah. And he had found out, yeah, so he found out that Sarah was gonna meet with someone who was gonna buy information from her. And such, he arrived in the coffee shop before Sarah did to spy on her. So he arrived first, or no, second.
Oops.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, and after Kisaki, who came in?
Sarah. Like, now we know, because Miss Bergstrom was last, right? So Sarah. It was the victim, Sarah. Chance and Kisaki both saw her come in.
And after that, but sometime before 2:40, Sarah was murdered.
Yeah.
Then Miss Bergstrom came in and found you with the body.
Yeah. Yeah. Then there was all the yelling and accusing and all that other stuff.
So how was the victim killed?
She was suffocated. She died of natural, yeah, sure, okay. She was suffocated. With duct tape. She was suffocated.
With what?
Duct tape. The culprit used it to bind her as well as seal her mouth and nose. After she died, the killer removed all the duct tape and threw it away in the men's room.
That makes sense. But what about the knife?
It was meant to incriminate Chance, most likely. That seems like, of course. It was meant to incriminate Chance. The culprit overheard her argument with her manager, so he or she knew the kitchen would be empty. So that means that the culprit was there pretty early, right? After Sarah died, the culprit removed all the tape, snuck into the kitchen, stole a knife, and stabbed Sarah with it. Yeah, she was really old.
So who do you think the true culprit is?
Well! Oh, sorry.
So who do you think the true culprit is?
You saw. I'm sorry. I hope... I hope you didn't see. Yeah, I already played it once. Pretend you didn't see that. I'm so sorry. That kind of ruined the surprise. but try to play along at least for a little bit. So, I'm sorry. But yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, Sony. You can do the guessing. Who do you think it is? I'm so sorry. I'm just. Oh, you think it's Kisaki? Okay. Did you see it, Prince? Too? Or didn't you? I'm gonna do it in a second, but I'm just gonna get everyone's bets. I'm sorry. Doing it live. Who the killer is? Who do you think the killer is? I'm not gonna click. I'm just gonna keep my hands up for a second. Oh, you didn't see it. Okay, who is it? Who do you think it is? But, okay, Sony thinks it's Kisaki or possibly Bergstrom. But you think... Okay. Kisaki. Okay, so your bets are generally on Kisaki. Well, okay. Well, people who are watching this back are going to see it anyway, so let's just move on. But as you can see here from my answers, the killer is Miss Bergstrom. Remember, we found a red fingernail. Who in this place has red fingernails? Miss Bergstrom. She has red fingernails. If you think about it, it doesn't make any sense that it's Kisaki, because he isn't wearing fake nails. Well, that's the thing. Bergstrom... You don't know when Bergstrom arrived, because if she is the killer, she arrived much earlier, killed the victim, ran out, and then pretended to arrive last. You know? So it was Miss Bergstrom. She's the killer. Yes. So you're right, Sony. Are you sure about that? Yes, I am positive. I've played it before. Yes, I'm positive.
What? That makes no sense. Why would I do something like that?
Yeah, you guessed it. Okay, so here we remember, because now that we know it's her, that means that Kisaki was telling the truth. So that means that someone stole from Auden Engineering, that is Sarah, and that makes Bergstrom her buyer. Bergstrom is buying the info, and something went wrong during the deal. Yes. So Sarah stole from Auden Engineering for you, but something went wrong with the deal.
You think I'd do something as dirty as hiring a corporate spy?
Yes. I glance over at Kisaki, but he doesn't make eye contact. Well, let's put it this way. I have a testimony that Sarah did, in fact, steal information from Auden Engineering. And considering the situation, I believe that she came here to deliver that information. The USB drive that held that information is nowhere to be found, which leads me to believe that whoever she was supposed to meet with did meet up with her. Biodev imaging is still a new face in the live cell marketplace. I'm sure a little kickstart from the competition's research files couldn't hurt. You're the only person here with ties to Biodev. Do you wish to deny asking Sarah to steal information for you?
In case you forgot, I was the last person in. Sarah was already dead by the time I got here.
Yes, but that wasn't your first time here today. You came here before Chance arrived. You come here often enough that you know when her shift starts, so you came before she did so that she wouldn't see you. You hid in the bathroom to wait for Sarah. When you heard Chance and her manager arguing, you suddenly got the idea to frame Chance. You knew the manager and Chance would both be out of the kitchen, so it was a golden opportunity to plant evidence that only Chance should have access to. You killed Sarah as planned, then removed all of the duct tape, planted the knife, and escaped through the door in the men's room.
That sounds like a solid theory, but then why did she bother to come back?
Oh. Well, we know that. The fingernail, probably, don't you think? Well, and maybe the USB drive.
Isn't it more incriminating for her to return?
That's what's been bothering me for a long time, but I thought about it and I finally understand why she came back. Your false nails. Yeah, it's the nails. Obviously.
What?
I found one in the bathroom already, stuck to that huge pile of duct tape that you used to kill Sarah. She fought hard when you restrained her, and your nail broke off in the struggle. Unfortunately, you didn't notice until after you had escaped. You replaced it with a new one, but then you noticed that you were bleeding. The police would now have your DNA as proof that you were the murderer. Makes sense. With Sarah's line of work and her recent job, they were bound to consider you as a suspect at some point in time. You knew you had to get rid of it immediately. You couldn't return for the emergency exit, so you had to take a chance and come in from the front. Unfortunately, when you came back, I had already discovered the body, so you decided to try to frame me instead. Yes, like, No, her fingernails aren't missing, she had them replaced. But yeah, yes. So, but yeah, like, I remember a lot of you were saying in the beginning that, like, oh, she's suspicious because she's trying to frame us so hard, but that was exactly what she was doing, so that's really interesting. Doesn't have any retort to that, huh? Oh, yeah, Jennifer, that's her. I was like, who's Jennifer? That's Jennifer, right. Okay, Jennifer, but yeah, Jennifer stands in shock for a few seconds. With a sudden burst of energy, she pushes me aside and races for the door.
Wait!
Oh shit, Kisaki here to save the day! Kisaki races after her and grabs her by the wrist.
Let go of me!
Oh, she really maxed the mic on that one. Ah, no! No, don't hurt my child. She spins around and slaps him in the face. He winces and stumbles back a few steps. Nope, poor boy. Are you alright? You feel vindicated.
I'm fine.
Oh, look at him without his hat. He's so cute. Miss Bergstrom is already heading towards the front door, but Detective Gursky steps in her path.
That's enough.
She skids to a halt and desperately searches the room for another exit, but I'm already blocking her passage to the hallway. She sighs and shakes her head resignedly.
I'm such a fool. Running is the biggest proof of guilt, no? I suppose I should have seen this coming. Fine. I confess. It's just as you said.
She pulls up her sleeve and unstraps the watch around her wrist.
This is the USB drive. Everything on it belongs to Art Engineering.
Oh, it was her watch all along. Detective Gursky takes it from her with a nod. Why did you even do it in the first place?
That greedy woman came to me today saying that someone else had offered her even more money for the information that I hired her to steal. She said that I'd have to pay a much higher price if I was still interested, and that I should meet her here to make the exchange.
Ouch.
People like her are the reason the world is hurting so much. Because of her greed, dying people are being denied the care they need.
So, like, what's interesting is that the part of her where you think, oh, like, she's actually, like, a pretty good person is what essentially drove her to murder, which is really, like, she's, like, a pretty, perhaps, decent person who was driven on, like, to a corner, in a way.
She got what she deserved.
But also, that, like, I don't know, that murder is wrong. How can you say that? Yeah, fair.
What?
You know, you have no right to decide who deserves to live and who deserves to die. Yeah, exactly. Like you're basically as bad as Sarah. Like, you're saying, oh, people who are dying are being denied the care they need. Well, does Jennifer then have the right to decide who gets to live or who gets to die? Like, murder's just never. It's just, no. You spoke so fondly of saving lives and doing good in this world, but you were so quick to shed the blood of another. I mean, he does have a point. He does have a point. You say that it's for the greater good, but it was really just for yourself, wasn't it?
I just thought that...
Her voice trails off. Yeah. I open my eyes slowly, struggling to maintain my composure. I knew you thought you were doing the right thing, but there's nothing in this world that will make the weight of killing someone go away. You're going to spend the rest of your life with that burden, desperately trying to find a way to make the guilt disappear. I'm sorry. Outside the window, a police car with flashing lights pulls up. Oh shit. Get a close shot of the nails again. Detective Gursky pulls out a pair of handcuffs and snaps them gently on Miss Bergstrom's wrists before leading her outside. I sink down into a chair and lean back. I feel so drained. I wish I could just go to sleep and not wake up for at least a year. You should call Chance for that. I'm sure she has something. Oh, there! The hoodie is gone! I love that shirt. It's so cute. Kisaki?
Yeah, well, no. I mean...
Ah, I love that side ponytail. Yes, suits him.
Actually, my name is Naoki.
Yeah, so he was working under a fake name, which makes sense since he's an investigator. Makes sense he would give a fake name. Naoki, huh? You look different. Indeed he does.
That's sort of the point. Of a disguise, I mean.
That was a bad disguise. Yeah, like, Gursky didn't do anything. You're right, Sony. Gursky, okay, yeah. He's so cute. He's so cute. A disguise? He may have changed his appearance, but he doesn't seem to have changed his personality at all. It looks like the whole shy guy thing wasn't an act. In fact, he seems even shyer now. Yeah, like, it's a moral question. Like, whether... I don't know. Whether or not someone decide. Like, with... You know, like... It's not something that there's an easy answer to, but at the same time, resorting to murder is kind of like, yeah, Naoki, so cute. Ah, was there something you wanted?
Yes, actually, we need to talk.
Are you gonna kill me now? Please don't kill me. About what?
We have a little bit of a problem with this case.
Yeah, Naoki is so he's I think he's one of my if not my favorite character in this entire franchise. Like, a problem? What do you mean?
Well, the job I was originally given was to retrieve the USB drive and to find who wanted the information from Auden Engineering in the first place.
Well, he did half of the job at least. Good job, Naoki. The police have the USB drive now, so it's as good as safe, and Miss Bergstrom already confessed to hiring Sarah. What's the problem?
Miss Bergstrom said that Sarah claimed someone else was interested. If this third party really is after the info, we need to know.
That's fair. A third party is involved? I suppose that would explain why Sarah had an ID for biodev imaging. She was likely hired to steal research from them as well, so it's like a circle, it's like a whole cycle of stealing. Still, all this corporate backstabbing doesn't really have anything to do with me, and I'd really like to get away from this place as soon as possible. Well, that's all very interesting, but I don't see why you're bothering to tell me any of this.
We think your ability might be useful in figuring out the third party.
Oh, how does he know that? How does he know that? I quickly glance around the coffee shop. Everyone else has gone already, but I lower my voice anyway. How do you know about that?
You're not the only one with extra abilities, you know.
You have Protag powers too? So you...
I have a perfect memory. I remember everything around me. Sights, sounds, smells, everything.
That sounds horrifying. Like, if one embarrassing thing happened to him, he would have to remember that forever. That sounds awful. Awful.
Once I experience it, I remember it forever.
Awful. So earlier when I asked you about what this place sells to see if you really were a regular customer here.
I lied. I've never been to this coffee shop before in my life.
Hehehe. No, he's not the voice.
I can recite the entire menu for you if you want, though.
I love this line. Like, but I can, if you want the whole menu, like, the entire thing, I can do that. Do you want it? He sounds like he really wants to do this. That won't be necessary, I believe you. I suppose I should have been suspicious when you answered so specifically. A normal customer would say something like $1 or $2 rather than give an exact price, which is what I was thinking, yeah.
It's really useful for missions where I have to follow and observe.
That's why he's the footwork guy. He doesn't even need a notebook. I suppose I have to thank you to thank as well for the voice in my head giving me information about Sarah as well.
Actually, that was my boss.
His boss? Your boss? So you're the one who was leaking information about me. Expected. All that time chatting online, you were just telling your boss what I was up to.
Guilty as charged.
Oh, he's so cute, I love him.
But it really would be a good thing if you could work with us. Would that be okay with you?
Yes! I don't know. I'd really rather have... That's hard to say. I'd really rather have as little to do with this as possible. And honestly, I don't know why your boss thinks you need my help anyway.
You've got it all wrong, Detective.
Oh, hello, voice, I missed you.
Aki.
Ah! It's his sister. That's Aki, I love her. And a girl. Okay, at the entrance of the cafe stands a figure stunningly similar to Naoki, well, except for a couple obvious differences. A young girl trails at her side, peering cautiously into the cafe at me. Aki, am I to assume that you're the boss that Naoki speaks of? They're dressed the same too. They're twinnies. Oh no. Not the Pepsi. That's so depressing. Okay, so
Guilty as charged.
they also have that guilty as charged thing. That's so cute. Like they're twins, by the way. She smirks at me as she looks me over, sizing me up.
It would really mean a lot if you agreed to work with us.
And you can, as you can hear, she's the voice in our head.
But just so you're clear, we don't need your help.
Damn! She's harsh.
You need ours.
Oh, damn. She's really got us now. Ta-da! Solved the case. Alright. So now here you can see the cast. Alright. That was Jisei, the first in a series of games. As you can see, there's a setup for the following games, which I'm also planning to play for anyone who might be interested. And I will announce on Discord, so anyone who's interested can just like, hey Minagi, tell me. I love this game. I love all three games. They're just... Yeah. This was extremely enjoyable. It took a lot longer than I expected. I think I was having more fun than initially thought. So, that was great. Well, that's about all. Yeah. So, I'm hoping that I'm of course like gonna watch it through, but I think I'm gonna leave this one unlisted on my channel. So, yeah. Yeah, and if it is Sony, I'm also gonna play them myself. And as said, I do play them all with a guide because I already know what happens, so... Yeah, like, it felt a lot shorter, but I think it was just like because I was, the second time I played it, which was a few months ago, it felt that short. It was just like, and it was done. But I was having so much fun that I just kind of ramble. I ramble a lot, like, I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if I like the sound of my own voice or whatever, but I do talk a lot. But, yeah. 3 hours later, we're finally done with Jisei, and at this rate, I do not want to know how many, like, it's probably going to take me more than one stream to finish the other games. Yeah, Kara Backlight, yeah, like, she has a big name voice actor, huh? But yeah, I do think I'm gonna, like, perhaps make a series. I don't think I'm gonna play for 3 hours each time. I can kind of feel my voice giving out. So I think maybe if we can do, like, 2-hour increments and, like, play the game. I'm gonna figure things out. I will. I will definitely play, because this was a lot of fun. I actually don't hate streaming, so yeah. And I'm happy you all came here and stuff. So I'll hope to see you guys some other time. And I will be going now. Love you, bye!